Hello, I am live. I am here. I have water. I have a headset. I am, yeah, just here. Hopefully, everything's good today. Hopefully, nothing ends up crashing again. Hello, Klopto. See you on the green side. How are you doing? Here, Clop, you've been very helpful and nice so far. If you do something weird and freak me out, I'll change it. But for now, just, you know. There, you have a sword on the purple side. You know, same rules apply to anything else though. If ever you're thinking about taking action, check in with me unless it's a really obvious case, and then if not, no biggie. I'm not too strict. And also, don't make this, you don't have to feel obligated to do anything. Just do what comes naturally to you. So, um, I got woken up last night to the sound of my cat chewing on my earbuds. Because they're like right beside me on the bed, and my headset's right there, because sometimes I just take off my headset and I put it on the bed. And the little fucker was chewing on them. Can you believe that shit? Hello, Sangria Amano. I'm doing alright though. Um, it's pretty chill, honestly. Nothing exciting been happening, just kind of woke up, helped my friend with something on the Minecraft side. Um, other than that, nothing special. I also, okay, look, I won't lie, I was mildly annoyed today, okay? Not related to anything too particular, but like, I got woken up like 20 minutes after I fell asleep, not even kidding. And I was woken up because my uncle needed to borrow my car, and that's fine, I don't mind. I'll lend my car. Um, and I was like, yeah, just take the keys. I left them on the counter for him the night before because I knew he needed to borrow it. And he called me because he wasn't sure. Oh, creo que era hello, pero bueno. I don't speak, español. Lamentablemente no. Wait, what was that? I do speak English. I'm sorry. My Spanish is too rusty to try. I learned a little Spanish when I was a kid, and nothing special. Don't worry, I'll have my camera up for you guys in a second. No importa. No habla español, señor. En inglés, por favor. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. So here we are. Bingo, I'm alive. Everything's working, right? The only thing left is for me to use my music and to just vibe. Also, I know you are playing Phasmo, so no stress on your part there, Klopto. Hello, Katsum. Everything sounds a-okay? Hell yeah, love to hear it. So yeah, no, today is just another Friday. Another day, another me existing, existential crisis and all. I will say, minor oops on my part is all week. I haven't had my needle to do my withdrawal from my estradiol, so I haven't been able to do an injection. However, hopefully by Monday I will have a new bottle of estradiol as well as my needles tomorrow, so maybe I'll be able to do my injections a week late. Big mistake on my part though, so I've been very hormonally imbalanced all week, and quite honestly, I've been a little bit on the edgier side. Like, not edgier, what's the word I'm looking for? I have been feeling a bit, like, moody. It's been very easy for me to kind of, like, feel a little bit irritable. There we go. Irritable's the word. ¿Se escucha doble o no? I don't speak Spanish. No habla español. I'm sorry. It sounds double? Oh, how do you... You hear double. Let me look through my settings. Do I sound like I'm doubling for everyone? No? Okay, so it might just be you. I'm not sure why, Sangria. Maybe you have my tab open twice? Maybe it's something on your end? I can't tell you why, unfortunately, but hopefully it's something too annoying for you. Double check your settings. Make sure your browser is all correct. But if, you're the only one that hears me in double, then yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yo lo escucho doble pero bueno. You hear it double, but it's okay. But yeah, no. Today is just another regular day. If anyone has anything they want to tell me about, anything that's going on for them, great. If not, I'm just here. How have you been holding up, Katsum, if you're still here? Klopto, you're just playing Phasmo. Sangria, what have you been doing? No, that's what I was saying earlier. My day's been okay minus the annoyance. Yeah, no, there was a frustration today just because of the whole car thing. You're playing Cyberpunk? I see. Corpo or, Street. I don't remember what it's called anymore. I'm okay, minus the annoyances. Like I said, they're older than me, okay, so it's understandable to a degree, but... When I got woken up this morning for the car issue, my uncle called me because I have an electric car. He's like 70. And he was like, hey, how do I start your car? I was like, just push the button. He's like, how do I know if it's on? The screens turn on. Then he's like, okay, well, how do I put it in reverse? I was like, the shifter. Just push it, follow the guidelines like any other car. It's an electric car. It's not that different. He's like, well, I keep pushing it and it's not doing it. And I said, okay, well, if the camera's turning on, what's it doing? He's like, I don't know. And then we just go back and forth. And I go, give me a minute. I get out of bed, I get dressed, I go downstairs, I sit down in my car, I put my thumb on or I put my hand on the shifter, literally just clicked my thumb into it and I went, this button. Because I kept telling him, push the button. He's like, I am pushing the button. And there's a park button on the very top of the shifter. So he was pushing the park button. And I was just like, motherfucker. Kill me. Kill me now. Anyway. I'm doing okay other than that. That was just like... not a very happy way to have to get out of bed in the morning when I wasn't even sleeping enough. So now I am alive, not too tired. Just here. Very simply. No, but Cyberpunk is one of those games that I actually have to look into playing more. I know of it, I played it briefly, and then I never really progressed past the intro. I see. I didn't know there was actually 3 paths. No, that's cool though. Yeah, it's quite insane to me, as a side note, that my follower count after this last month of streaming has actually increased rather than decreased, because if you look at my statistics, my follower count's been on a steady decline for like the last 2 years. And so it's actually on an uptick again, so I've been going back up to 6,300. I'm 1 follower away from 6,300 followers. And once I hit that, you know, I stop streaming again. Joking, of course. But so I was pretty happy just to see like, oh, it's actually progressing positively for once. Hmm. I can understand though liking something like Corpo. I don't think that makes you weird. I know that we're like made to feel like, oh, corporate bad, but you know, sometimes it's cool to look like, you know, a professional gangster, or not a professional gangster, but a professional, like wearing a suit and being a badass and like sleek, stylish, rather than the street tough. I don't know what nomads look like though. I don't know what the nomad tree is like. Nope, no idea. And then last night I was being bombarded by people telling me about Resident Evil. How dare you? No, I was asking questions though. Boots and Spencer were telling me all about the lore and how I should be playing that game. And maybe one day I'll stream that game, but I don't know, it's not something I've ever looked into beyond just like, I know of Resident Evil, I've seen some content from it, but it's not something that's ever been like, I have to play this. But you know, it's not a big deal. I'll look into it more and more as I go. Ah, jeez. I feel like my throat's still kind of fucked up, so let me fix my voice a little more. Taking another drink of water. Pardon me. If you have water, take a sip with me, you know? It's Friday, but... Oh, it's shiny, so my tracking does not like this cup. Yeah, no, tracking does not like cup in hand. I also, like I said, I was awoken by my cat being a little turd this morning, chewing on my cables. He was very naughty, trying to get my attention. And then I was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? And then he like looked at me, panicked for a split second, and then he like stopped, and it seems like it's still working though. These are he was chewing on my earbud cables, and so they seem fine after him chewing on them briefly. So fingers crossed that's all that happened, and they're gonna be fine. I don't need new ones yet. But other than that, things are just going. Nothing exciting. It's a Friday night. I might get high later. I might just relax with a little bit of weed. And if I do decide to do that, I'll wait until like the last maybe 30 minutes or so of stream before I take an edible, because I'd rather not get high on stream and then like stand here quietly for an hour and be like, um, I'm too high. I feel like I'm too quiet. I'm sorry. You know? I would like to stop yawning though, and the weed would definitely not help with that. But, I've been very consistent. I've been streaming every day for the most part, with 1 or 2 days in between, at most. And it hasn't really been much of a negative streak outside of that. And so, I don't know if streaming 7 days a week is the ultimate play, but it's the current one because it keeps me consistent, and it stops me from making excuses. Being like, oh, who cares if I stream today? I didn't stream yesterday. Or, just the usual mindset of like, oh, I don't need to do this because who cares? But if I do it consistently, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm here. And if I'm here, then there's nothing stopping me from doing it again. Numbers be damned. I guess I should also check if this earbud is actually working, because I do have it out of my ear, because I very much need to be able to hear myself. So, let me see. Miraculously, he didn't break it. So yeah, last night was fun though. People rated, to be kind to me, show me some love, and I appreciated them. And we'll see. If I just keep being consistent, maybe one day I'll go back to what I used to be. Cause, I do like having an active community. I do, not just cause it's like, oh yeah, I'm a successful streamer, but because, like, it makes streaming a lot more interesting when there's people to bounce off of, cause, like, yeah, hanging out with friends is great too. But when you're hanging out, like, streaming, it's like, there's a lot more opportunity for silliness or more interesting conversation dynamic, because there is a very unique, like, dynamic between a streamer and their chat, right? Stream and chat are two different things. The streamer can pick and choose what part of the conversation to continue with. They can acknowledge different parts of the conversation, and people can actually passively do whatever they want, because, like, if you choose not to pay attention to me, if you're busy or doing something else, like playing Phasmophobia or Cyberpunk, it's not like I'm gonna ever be like, guys, are you even listening to me? Because that'd be annoying. Like, who the fuck would ever want to, like, hang out with a friend who's always like, guys, are you paying attention? But if they're streamers, like, okay, of course, you can literally just, like, mute the tab. So there's no pressure involved in my mind. At least that's what I tell myself. Because if I don't tell myself that, then I kind of assume people are humoring me by being nice to me and just chatting to keep me company. So there's definitely like a back and forth of my brain, so it just is what it is though. And in the meantime, I have my music to listen to, keep me company, you know? And in the meantime, too, I got nothing better to do. And this keeps me on my feet, makes me stand for a few hours every day, makes me wiggle and move, and my muscles are get engaged, and I'm not just gonna be a little potato on the ground, you know? Huddled up in my chair in front of my computer. I'm just gonna be here, talking, etc. Isn't that so great? Isn't that where the fun is? Reality is the hobby, and it's a nice one at that. Also, the other thing it does is it forces me to work on my voice, where I'm actively thinking about how I sound, and always adjusting based on that. I don't hear myself though, however. I'm not like playing my own audio back to myself. I could never. I know lots of people, not only girls, who do that, where they actually have both audios going at the same time, so it's constantly playing back to themselves, and I'm like, how do you do this? I hear my own voice, and I'm like, alright, let me, let me just never speak again. I would rather not hear this anymore. So, let me see, can I do it? Yeah, I can hear myself. And I hear it, and it sounds different, and it's not great. So it's in my head. You can't hear me twice though, so that's the important part. Hopefully not at least. But, you know, I exist in duality. And you know what? Fuck it. Tonight will be different. I will listen to myself all night. And if I have both these earbuds in, I can hear myself clearly. It's, it's definitely myself in triplicate. And well, I say triplicate because I hear my own voice in my head. Then I have both earbuds in, so that's 3 versions of me, right? Yippee. But hey, that's alright. I don't mind. It gives me more insight into what you guys hear when I speak all the time. If my voice is too quiet, if my voice is too loud, if it peaks, whatever it's doing. And I think that's a good thing. But who knows? Maybe this will also make me accidentally too loud in my room. Perhaps it's better to just whisper and be ASMR night and make everyone wonder, like, why is she whispering so much? And is it really gonna be ASMR all the time? And then they'll hate me. But I do want to try doing an ASMR stream sometime. I am interested in seeing, you know, how that kind of environment goes. Not the kind of ASMR that was mentioned last night, though. That kind of ASMR sounds a little bit ew. What was it? Someone, or it was Booze who said, wet bussy ASMR. Like, maybe not. No, thank you. That's alright, though. Everyone likes something different. Okay. That's there. Yup, yup, yup. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Sorry, 1 second. Just need to adjust my waist tracker. It's like sitting funny. There we go. There, there, there. Yeah. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Today's a quiet day though. It is a Friday. So I do imagine most people are busy drinking, having some fun, playing games with friends. Lots of little things. Hello, the casual guy Bob. How are we doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. Sorry, my voice is a little bit rough today, but I hope you're doing well. Appreciate you stopping by and dropping a follow. I wonder if that means you're number 6,300. Oh! Oh my fucking god! Is... What? Um... Uh... Demon Chan, thank you for the follow. Bob. Bob, 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 Bob. I thought I was reading that wrong. But thank you so much. That is really fucking generous of you. I mean it. Thank you. Happy Friday. How are you doing today? How's your week been? Clearly you're in a good mood. Yeah, no, I'm sorry I don't sound more grateful. I'm more just in shock. Like, oh, because you were like, a follow just now. And then I was like, oh, oh my. Thank you. That's, again, very generous and very kind. I don't really know what to say to that other than thank you. No? Why did it suck? I'm actually genuinely asking you this too, by the way. Why does the week suck for you? What happened? If you want to share, of course. I'm actually curious. People suck? Oh, not so... People weren't so kind to you today, perhaps, or this week. Or your coworkers, maybe? Um... Ugh, I gotta shake that. Ugh. I'm okay. I'm just, like I said, shocked. You are actually insane. So again, thank you very much. Coworkers? Oh. Let me guess. Do you work in the tech field? If you work in the tech field, I can probably guess why they suck. I'm a former IT person. No? Oh. Oh, then what kind of work do you do? If you don't mind my asking, or if you want to share. Boring work. Fair enough. But still, bad coworkers are definitely not very fun to be around, so understandable. The last time when I used to work an office job, which I do miss it, there was a lot of times where I had to deal with really frustrating coworkers. They're the kinds of IT people that made you realize why other people hated the IT workers or the IT department. Lots of rude responses, slow ticket times, intentionally sitting on tickets for the sake of actually like bothering other people. Like, oh, this person made me mad. Oh my god, Bella. Hello, Bella. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, everybody. I was just talking about bad coworkers from the past. Hope you guys are all doing good. Bob's legs. I was just talking to someone just now in this chat named Bob. The casual Bob. You're all rolling in. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Oh my god, thank you so much for the gifted sub, Dalu. And thank you for the follow. You guys are all great. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, we've got 2 Bobs in the chat now. And guess what? My old character in GTA, his name was Bob as well. I used to go by Bob Moss because that was before I came out as trans, blah blah blah. And I actually have an emote specifically. Hold on a second. I have an old emote that was based around my old character. There you go. See? I had a Bob Wiggle back when the Wiggles were really cool. But yes, no, thank you so much for stopping in today. Thank you guys for the raid. Good to see you, Ara. Miss you. Lots of love. I give you guys all hugs. I'm assuming you're gonna go, like, enjoy hanging out with your friends and stuff. I hope that you're ready to play more Slay the Spire, because there was an update. There was actually an update just a few nights ago, like Thursday. And it's all the balance changes and new cards. The Nation and the Bob Ross emotes. Exactly. My character was loosely based around Bob Ross, and so I used to do lots of therapy pretending to be a guy who can't paint. Because everyone would always say, "Oh, do you paint?" And I'd have to answer them the same way of like, "No, I don't." And then, just silly antics like that. I miss those days though. Lost Senpai, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it for stopping by. Yeah, no, I hope you guys had a good stream. I'm still a bit in shock, okay? Like, Casual Bob jumped in here and then just immediately bombed my channel, and I was like, oh, hello. Not bombed in a bad way, bombed in a good way. And yeah, no, it's not really super exciting right now. I'm just kind of taking everything in because you guys raided right after it happened, so my brain is still processing everything. But you guys are really awesome, and I hope that you guys had a good stream and had a nice time. Yeah, no, I'm so sorry. I'm not really doing anything very interesting. I'm just yapping, so... Yeah, sorry. I'll stop apologizing. Hi. So tell me, how's everyone feeling today? How was stream? You're gonna go see people for a bit. Of course, of course. I hope you enjoy socializing tonight. I hope you get lots of cuddles, lots of movies, or anything that makes you feel happy tonight. I hope everyone's doing alright and feeling well. Yeah, that casual guy Bob dropping in on a tiny streamer and scaring the shit out of them. And then Arabella dropping in and also startling me. My brain can't handle all of it, okay? I can't handle it all. Also, I will point out, I don't listen to music while I stream, or at least like you guys can hear. I am actually listening to myself speak for once. Yep, alright. Hello. And so, yeah, I hear myself twice, and it's kind of like making my brain hurt. That's the other reason why I'm a little bit more like reserved right now. It's because like I hear myself, and that's kind of difficult for me. But I need to practice like this. So, yeah. And Kyomu, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're having a good night too. Yeah, so if you guys have your own music and stuff like that, it's great. if you have any recommendations for me who I'm listening to my own music, I'll take a listen to your kind of music too. Um, Other than that, we just kind of yap here and just chill. So, no pressure if you just want to lurk and you don't feel like chatting. Perfectly fine. I wonder if Casual Guy Bob is still here. Because I am still curious about what's been going on. But no pressure if he doesn't want to talk about it. But if he does want to talk about what's going on, I would like to hear more. So yeah. I really... I was already kind of just like in my head, so I do apologize for my lack of energy. I am standing though. Standing makes a big difference in how much energy I have on stream. Jeez. It's not fair when my brain doesn't get a chance to recover. And like, the worst part of it, whenever people are nice to me, the worst part about you guys being nice to me is I am fighting a big urge in my brain, okay? The urge in my brain is to, like, downsell myself and be like, you guys really shouldn't do these things for me. I appreciate them. But I feel like you guys are wasting your time, your money, blah, blah, blah. Really unhealthy mental things. And I try my best not to do them or voice them out loud. So, apologies. But, you know, I do hope everyone's doing well. I'm just a bunny. I'm just a little bunny right now. That's all I am. So, take a seat, lie down, get comfy, get cozy, whatever you gotta do. And maybe take a drink of water here and there with me. I'm actually drinking water too. And when I pick up my glass, you're gonna see my hand breaks. So, just being forewarned that my tracking doesn't like this water glass. Ugh. So wait, does that mean like Bob's legs and that casual guy Bob would make like one entity? Like, are you the legs of this person? Are you guys like a... What's that old anime? Voltron? Are you guys like one of those robots? Love the job, just a hard time working with idiots. And yo, Bob Gang is large. I mean, I'm a former member of the Bob Gang, so I feel you. No, I feel that though. Again, it can feel very frustrating, especially when you might be the only one that knows how to do things properly, or might be the only person who cares about doing things properly. And then people just keep on adding complications to your day, or refusing to understand basic concepts. It's not fair, and it's frustrating. At least I can assume. Because there was a lot of times at my old job where I would have to deal with people who kind of refused to do things the right way. And they'd cut corners and then go, who cares? The customer won't notice. No, they don't care. They're just gonna bitch at me for not doing it the way they want them to. And it was like they're bitching at you because you're not doing it. They're bitching at you because they're frustrated. I don't know. I don't miss my coworkers. I miss helping customers though. If there's one thing that like I've learned about myself over the years was I have a deep love for helping people. I have a very deep love for making people happy. Cause it was one of the few ways that I could kind of like make myself happy. You know, self-hatred goes deep and like it's a really unhealthy and healthy balance of like, okay, well, if I don't like myself and if I'm not happy, I can make other people happy. And knowing that they're happy makes me happy. That kind of balances itself back out. And yeah, no, happiness don't come from within in that case. And bad habits. But it's the life of being a giver, right? You want to keep doing things that make other people feel good, and it's just a cycle. It's a very ugly cycle. Again, I don't know what kind of stuff. No, I get that. It spreads joy. If I had expendable funds, believe me, I'd be doing the same thing. Being between jobs, though, this kind of thing, like, it really does help, and it was very kind of you. Like, I can't express that enough that what you did was very, very kind. It's not the only reason I'm asking you questions or talking to you. It's specifically just, you're having a rough week, so I want to know why. And I'm not trying to be rude by implying this, but, when someone does gift a large amount to a small streamer like me, it makes me wonder, like, you know, what's going on? Like, are you okay? And I don't mean disrespect by asking that question. It's more just, I can see why I would do it, and that empathy kind of makes me question, you know, where it's coming from for you and why. So, I'm sorry to hear that you're having a rough week, but I'm glad to hear that you have a way of, like, lifting your own spirits. Hopefully it doesn't put you in too hard of a spot when you do these kinds of things, though. And I do hope many people show the proper amount of gratitude for it. Mm-hmm. Of course. But like, the deeper question of why do you want to bring joy, right? It's like, what kind of balance does it strike in your heart? And so, again, I'm going too deep into it, but it does bring out my curiosity. And then, like, the other part of me is like, oh, but then, like, I would worry in your shoes of people being like, trying way too hard to make sure you come back to do it again and again. Like, that's gross. And of course, being kind is a lovely thing, and that's also very lovely to hear. I would like to say, this is truly who I be, so I'm not putting on an act just for you. Also, thank you for the follow, Shangir. I hope you're having a lovely night. Tonight's a good night, though, for other reasons. I've actually gotten myself back up in followers for once. Because I used to be quite a, like, consistent streamer back in the day. Yes, W acting. Yes, well, I'm quite the thespian. Alright. Because you mentioned acting, Casual Bot, I will do a bit for you. Alright? It involves, dead voicing myself. Don't worry, I don't mind doing this. But I will give you a taste of how I used to sound versus some impressions I can do. Just cause, acting. Because I always wanted to be a voice actor, so I'd like to show you a stupid bit. Especially because your name is Casual Guy Bob. So, I'm going to drop my vocal training. So you're going to hear my factory default settings. Shank here, you're new here, so you're about to get hit with my factory default too. Alright, so this is vocal training voice, right? And this is my born factory default setting. Like, this is what my voice sounded like before vocal training, for the most part. I'm sure there's some of the vocal training that still bleeds through with me, but this is what I sounded like prior to doing vocal training. And the reason that's relevant is, I used to do impressions, and one of the like common ones I do, especially for bits, was same one that everyone does. So Kronk. So, hey Cusco, a nice cock. Right? So, hey Peter. Hey Peter, nice cock. Same thing. And I would do that in Japanese. Konnichiwa minasan, watashi no namae wa Kronk desu. Dozo yoroshiku onegaishimasu. And from there, like, that's how deep my voice is. And so because of that, I would also be able to do a Bob character. If you ever watched Bob's Burgers, which is, cartoon. I don't know if you're into those, but if you don't know Bob's Burgers, it's the same voice as Archer, if you know Archer. Okay. And that one is, Bob's voice is much more nasally and has a lot of vocal cracks. And talk about Lynn and the kids and burgers, of course, and Teddy. Yeah, we love Teddy. So, yeah, this is as good as I could do it for Bob. And similarly, I can do like Tina Belcher's voice, which is the daughter of Bob. So I really like looking at other people's butts when I'm in VR because they have big butts, right? So that's basically what my vocal range is like. Anyway, being an impressionist, though, does not translate into being a voice actor. So that's one of the big things I always try to remind people, because there's so many people in VR chat who come up to me and they're like, oh yeah, I wish I could be a voice actor. And it's like, all right, well, do you know how to act? Do you actually do improv or any kinds of practice that require you to get in character? And like, well, I could do great impressions. My Kronk impression is really good. I'm like, cool. So is like 90% of the male population. You literally could walk into any room, like with a bunch of nerdy dudes at least, and just go, hey, Peter. You will hear, like a fucking echo, at least 5 other dudes do the same thing. It's not special. It's not unique. And that's not to be mean. It's just like, look, that's a great starting point. Imitation is a great place to start. But you gotta, like, branch out further. You have to learn to control your voice, right? Anyway, that's irrelevant now, but yeah, that was just a quick little acting demo because you triggered it. And the last times I got rated, a couple of people in chat were telling me that I should do some impressions, and I remembered it now. But yeah, no. So what are you getting up to, Bob? One of the few people still talking to me right now. Also, anybody else, if you guys want to join in the conversation, feel free to chime in. I am actually, open to all conversations, so... Hello, Immortal Scarab. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're having a great night. Just chilling. Are you a gamer, Bob? Holy moly, big streamer. Hello, princess. No, this is just a raid. I wish I could get my numbers back up. We'll see. Maybe one day if I'm consistent enough, but... For now, I can accept the kindness of my friends and, try to rebuild my stream. I have to be honest, I did stop streaming many years ago. Well, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Because of, a bit of bullying on the platform, so to speak. I pissed off a bigger streamer and then, it wasn't great. I don't miss those days. I do miss role-playing as a therapist, though. Well, a little bit on VR chat for a few months, but you're taking a break? Ooh. Are you taking a break for good reasons or bad reasons? Whenever someone tells me they're taking a break from VR chat, it usually means either drama or a relationship. Good reasons. Okay, good. What is the social activity of choice on VR chat? Not drama. That's good to hear. And Yashu, what are you up to tonight? How's your night been going? And if you're still here, Scarab, you too. What are you up to? How's it going? Feel free to join in conversation, anybody. Also, don't if you guys want to take a break and relax. You're taking a break because streamer doesn't want to talk to you? Excuse you? Since when have I not talked to you? You spend too much money? Ah. One of those. One of those. Shame on you. I'll say... Your, issue there I've met a few people who have that problem. It's like givers who play this game end up spending way too much money on other people. And it's usually out of kindness, but then like what ends up happening is you get surrounded by vultures who are all like trying to stay on your good side and basically curry favor. And it's not great. Not saying that's your exact situation, but it is kind of unfortunate. One of my good friends actually goes through that, where he had lots of girls who he'd be nice to, and you met a lot of 5K gifters, so you don't want to be that guy. Yeah, and people, when you actually pay attention to behavior, you see so many people suck up to them, where they're just like following them around, trying to be like hint, hint, nudge, nudge, like, hey, yeah, oh yeah, I saw this really cool game and I was really interested in trying it. I think I'm gonna save up for it. Like, literally dropping hints that they, can't afford it and want it. Orbiters, yeah. Yo, you got any more of those VR Chat Pluses? By the way, my VR Chat Plus expired last year. Um, Remy Sama, hello, how are you doing on the kick side? But no, it's really bad. And then I also know some people who used it as like an icebreaker. Like they wouldn't say hi to someone first. They would gift VR Chat Plus as a way to like break the ice. Nyashu, I didn't mean join me in game. Shame on you. I am not sending the invite. Hydrate. Aw, dang it. I mean, there's just no reason for you to want to be here. I'm just yapping to stream. Yeah, you don't do that. That's good. I don't hate you. I just don't typically like inviting people into my world while I'm streaming. The yapper? Yes, I do be the yapper. What can I say? I do like talking. I did not do Wordle yet, actually. I was in the middle of it. We got Rem on the Twitch side, and we got Remy Sama over there on the green side. Oh, you're crying in the corner. What's the matter? Is the poor little Nyashu feeling down and sad? Poor little baby. Let me just smack you upside the head. How dare you? Fuck up. Stop crying. No room for sadness in this house. Oh, what's the matter? You're so cute when you're crying. You've been on VR chat for like 10 years or so. You understand the game and that people are a big mix of good and evil. Oh, trust me, I've seen so much evil in this game. It's disgusting. The amount of times you see people taking advantage of someone who is actually very kind-hearted, it's bad. Well, I've had people try to orbit around me specifically just to, like, get close to, like, just the people that were around me. Because, like, oh, I have a few friends, like, people who are very sweet and kind. And then, like, you have that really horny orbiter whose, like, main goal in life is to fuck every person in a friend group. Like, what's your problem? Like, how bad do you need to get off? Like, that's crazy. How about you don't? Can you don't? But it's bad. I think that, like, if anything, the main thing is just finding people who aren't, well, vultures. Like, finding people who have actually a personality beyond one dimension, right? Like, someone who only drinks, only ERPs, only, you know, does things that are a bit on the naughty side, or, like, they're constantly high, constantly drunk, constantly doing everything. You have to go vulture somewhere indeed? You're a vulture in Yashu? That's crazy. let's see. Today's Wordle. You only game? What kind of game do you play? Well, if you're taking a break from VR chat though, Bob, what are you doing instead? What's your current go-to activity? Don't tell me you wail on gotcha games. Hopefully that's not your second vice. Other games or anime? Okay, okay. Good. Let's see. We spent a little bit on Arknights. Hey, I know a couple people who are like that. You know, to each their own, but you're not gonna catch me spending money on those games. I have too much self-respect. At least for now. Okay, but yeah, what animes have you been watching? What's your current, like, fixation? And what kind of games do you play, Remi-sama, other than Arknight? Oh man. Yeah, is it bad? Are you embarrassed by your anime picks? Are you gonna tell me it's isekai trash? Or is it gonna be isekai trash, isn't it? Isekai isn't trash, and I'm tired of pretending it isn't. Maybe? Alright, well, you're gonna rewatch the Ghost Story stuff. Ah, what was it? What was his name? I miss his laugh. I miss his demands.
Touch me.
I miss his reprimands.
Touch me horror.
Yeah, no, that anime is great. I've mostly watched clips, but it's great. It's like, oh, this is the principal. Why do all elementary school principals look like lesbians? And the moment I heard that, I died because, like, not to be too rude or stereotyped, but it's true. My elementary school principal had that look. And I say that as someone who, you know, I've had a lot of lesbian friends. It's a very distinct style. It really is, though. But yeah, no, I love me some goofy anime. Bob, are you... How old are you? I ask this simply because, like, well, thinking of, guess who's back from hell, meat grinder? I don't know. Is it you, Tax Lord? Also, Bob, I will be kind and tell you how old I am first, in case you're worried about that question. I am 37, alright? So take that into account that if you're older, you're in good company. If you're younger, I will call you a baby. So, yes, it is I, the Tax Lord, Lord of all taxes. Yup, baby is good. Well, how old are you? 26? Aw, you're a baby. Hold on, let me... There you go. Aw, you're just a little baby. 26-year-old. It's alright. Nothing wrong with being a baby. Everything's good as long as you're taking care of yourself. I only asked because I was like, well, if you watch ghost stories, you must be at least, you know, I was gonna say like 25 plus. So that was my guess. Because I do feel like it's like known, kind of, but not like talked about broadly. And I only really learned about it after I had watched like a lot of Dragon Ball Abridged. I don't know if you ever watched CBZ Abridged or Hellsing Abridged, but I like those series quite a bit. Oh, I see. I was a big DBZ nerd when I was a kid, so the Abridged series actually hit quite nicely. Um, it didn't age amazingly, I will say. The first, like, couple episodes were really rough. Because the humor was very dorky. Like, there's like a scene where like the farmer's running over to find out what the spaceship crashed, and he goes like, "Oh, my marijuana patch," and he runs over. It's like, kind of silly. Um, all right, I'm on my third guess for the Wordle, by the way. I don't know if you guys all do that, but mm, let's see. It can't be that, right? No, it's definitely not that. Unfortunate. Hello, Rory. I am indeed streaming. How are you doing tonight? But, let's see. I'm gonna be honest, I've also embarrassingly been rewatching One Piece. I found that I've heard about it before, called One Piece, which is like One Piece recut. So this group actually went through all the episodes of One Piece and trimmed the fat. They removed the filler, they removed like flashbacks that are unnecessary, they took out the drawn out moments where like the punches were slow, like they took out a lot of shit. And so like 4 episodes gets trimmed down from 80 minutes down to 40 minutes. Kind of insane. So it's been really cool. So I've been rewatching that, and so I'm in Arlong Park right now. I'm glad you're doing okay, Rory. I do watch isekai trash too, though. I do like my isekai trash. I like a little bit of a power fantasy. Kind of a loser. What can I say? You've been waiting for the new JoJo stuff? Oh yeah, they released like 1 episode and then nothing else, right? Isn't that what happened? And people were upset about it? It's like, why? Why did you do this? Kind of goofy choice, if I'm honest. Hello, DJ 1313677 414. I said the number. Yeah, the number was said. It was. I hope when you typed that you did this. I hope you did that after you typed it. I know. I'm not gonna say the whole thing every time. It was just a joke, because I was like, well, that's a long string of numbers. I better say it all just to fuck with you. But how are you doing, DJ? How's the night been? And let me ask you, what does the name mean? Why all the numbers? Surely there's not... Hello, Rika Tika Tabby. I've been okay. How are you doing? You made it when you were 13 years old? Okay, that explains it. Yep, no, that checks out. That checks out. I'm not gonna lie, Rika Tika, I was like, wait, if you're saying how you've been, my brain was like, huh. Do I know you? But apparently I don't know you. You're new. You tricked me. You had a dream of doing OnlyFans. It was just weird. Well, I mean, we were talking about it the other night, right? I'm glad you're doing Meowdy, though. I like your name, Rika Tiki Tabby. What have I missed? I went to go get tea. Nothing really. You're just trying to find a relaxing place to fall asleep? I mean, not to toot my own horn. Don't let this, like, sway you, but I have been told I put people to sleep. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I was compared to Beaver Tranquilizer once. But if you choose to fall asleep here, perfectly okay. I enjoy or appreciate the lurk. Taking out the opposition? What opposition? Thank you. Trying to say my full name. Rikandra Tikahoshi Felis Cactus. Or Catus. Catus? Catus. As a mob boss would say. Yeah, Bob Moss the mob boss. That was my old joke when I used to play GTA. You sleep here daily, Katsum? Well, I'm glad I can help you with that. And also, Katsum, I always appreciate that you're lurking here. I give you lots of love. Hopefully things are going good between you and the wifey. Whack 'em! I mean, I'll whack 'em, get it? Because my name is Ilwack. ILWAC. What can I say? I am a sick smacker, aka the Ilwack. Bad jokes aside. So, Rika Tikatabi, did I say it correctly? Rikandra Tikahoshi Felis Catus? I'm guessing Felis Catus is another way to say tabby? Is that what it is? Hello, Kyon Furry Wolf 3233. How are we doing? Maybe I should work on my AI voice. That way when I greet people, they might think that it's a robot doing it. Hey, let's go. I am so smart. Not gonna lie, Kyon Furry Uwu, or Kyon Furry, I mean Kyon Furry Wolf, it makes me think of Uwu speak because of the word Kyon. I'm like, Kyon! You know, scared. そうだろうね。これはちょっと怖いな。キャー Good. Good, I'm glad you're doing well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, we're not doing anything too special in my stream tonight. We're just yapping. So, if you like joining in conversation, feel free. We can talk about whatever. If you guys want to talk about games you like, movies, whatever. I'm always happy to talk about just about anything. So, yeah. You decided to join a group of furries to hang out last night because you felt like hanging out with furries. I mean, yeah. Makes sense. Furries can be very nice people, very welcoming, very kind. Everyone in VR chat has the possibility of being either cringe or kind, or something in between. I wonder what group of people to hang out with next. I mean, what choices do you have, right? You have the e-boy, e-girl crowd, you have furries, you have the trans community, you have I don't know, partiers, you have the Gooner squads, You can't do the e-boy e-girl crowd? Oh, you don't want to go to Midnight Rooftop and listen to them talk in front of a mirror? Hold on, let me take up my e-boy stance real quick. Cue the text over my head telling you what I'm listening to. And also edgy quotes. And the deep voice, saying,
Hey, you wanna come over and sit on Daddy's lap?
you know what I'm talking about, type shit. Anyway, sorry about that. Also, I'll point out for anybody who's new, obviously there's a few new people here. I don't typically listen to music like for you guys to hear when I'm streaming, because I'd rather you guys be able to hear me speak and listen to your own music if you would like to. 10 out of 10 E-Boy? Oh, don't worry, it goes up a couple scales. I can do better. If you want a 10 out of 10, that was level 9 maybe. What the fuck, you sound like Corpse the Deep Voice? Oh, I do worse, trust. So this is, again, naturally my trans voice, right? I'm working on it, getting better. And then I will go deeper for you. So again,
This is like level, like normal E-boy corpse husband, choke me like you hate me, right? And then when the E-boy hears someone next to him who's got a deeper voice, right? He goes from here to like, actually, this is my real voice. I've had Garrett since I was like a fetus, so
yeah, no, I do need to hydrate after that. My neck muscles get sore from doing that. I'm not even joking. Um, my trans voice sounds beautiful? Well, that's very sweet of you. Thank you. I'm working on it. It definitely is improving as I keep doing it. Aren't I already hanging out with the trans community by being here? Hey, not everyone here is trans, alright? You're born with a deep voice, and that's valid. I'm not mocking you. Mocking the people who force it. You know what I'm talking about? I feel so bad for guys who are born with the deeper, raspier voices because people immediately are like, oh, are you imitating Corpse? It's like, no, I was born this way, bro. But, that's the thing. So that was the level, the higher for E-Boy. But, there's always that other E-Boy who's too horny for his own good, so he sounds like,
oh, hello. Do you want to go with me to a private world? Don't worry. I don't bite.
oh, thank you for the follow, Rika Tika. The Valorant E-Boy, yeah. And now we've also got, the Deku voice, aka Sakuno, right? Where it's like, oh, but, my XP bar is actually kind of low. Yeah, I don't know how to talk to girls, guys. It's really difficult for me. I've never had a relationship before. Sorry, I'll stop that. Yeah, no. Thank you for the follow, though, Rika Tika. I'm just 34 years old talking to 18-year-olds. It's not weird, I promise. Um, Motherfucker's been cracking barely legal women left and right. Yep. Oh, you can't resist. I'm glad. Well, I'm happy to have you here. Don't get me wrong, though. There's lots of trans girls who go into the same kind of flirty voice that the other one I did, right? Oh, you're such a bad girl. Did you come here really just for me? Anyway, trying too hard to flirt. I'm too old for Sykuna to message me anyway. Same, though. I'm older than him. Way back in the day when I was like masculine presenting, people like saw me and him interact with each other in GTA. And there were lots of people in the like comments, not a lot, but there was enough where they were like, oh my god, is this like an older Sykkuno? It's like, bitch, please. I'm my own person. It's just because I'm Asian and had a fucking like the paper room divider behind me. So they were like, "Oh my god, it's just like Saikuno." A little bit, but you know, ultimately, it's all whatever. I don't care anymore. Compare me to whoever you want. Just don't compare me to other trans women, because I feel like you're making fun of them at that point. Oh, you sound like this person.
My voice is terrible.
You know, it's like, I don't actually think you're making fun of them, though. I'm just like, I feel bad, because I'm like, are you saying their voice is as bad as mine? Damn. So, self-deprecating aside. No, I've just had people be like, oh my god, you sound just like my friend so-and-so. I'm like, oh, are they trans? And then they're like, yeah. I'm like, that's why. It's just vocal training. We are gonna sound very similar. Also, point out for anybody who's new, if you would like to join my Discord server to know when I go live, definitely do so. I have a Discord server, a Twitter, socials, and if I keep getting pushed to, I'll eventually start posting on TikTok, blah blah blah. So yeah, follow my socials if you're at all interested in knowing what I'm up to. I plan on actually doing like a community meetup if there's enough people who start hanging out here. So if you ever want to meet me in VR chat, you know, it's possible. Maybe one day. You're new here, of course. And if you like my vibe and you want to keep hanging out, you're perfectly welcome too. Hi, I'm new here. I'm Rory. Crazy. Oh, I don't have a socials command, it's just exclamation point Discord, I think. Sorry, I need to make new commands. No, yeah, but still. I still can't let it go, by the way, Bob. I'm still reeling in my head, feeling bad that you did that. I'm like, it's very sweet. I just feel bad. I'm like, oh, I don't know how to like show proper appreciation beyond just saying thank you. I know it's just money, but it doesn't change the fact that the gesture is very kind, and then in here I'm like, I don't deserve that. How do I give it back? I had some guys say that I'm cool because I say people are allowed to call me bitch. Crazy. Anyway, I'll shut up about it, Bob, but again, I really appreciate it. It is a big help, and it's very kind of you. I'm gonna do a quick twist to crack my back. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I also cracked my neck on stream, one day, so I'm gonna try to do it again to see if you guys can hear it. Ready? That's gonna be my regular thing now. I'm just gonna crack neck on stream. Be like, hey guys, are you ready? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't think that one was gonna be audible. Why are you a traitor, tax lord? 2 out of 10? Hey. Okay. You know what? I'm probably gonna clear the room. Like, watch the viewer count go down. Are you ready? Just because you gave me a low score. No. No. You guys aren't reading that, okay? You joined the Discord? If you would like to, no pressure. Alright. You guys pushed me, so here it comes. Are you ready? Now what, bitch? Anyway, sorry, I apologize, that was gross. I know I said this is a chill place to fall asleep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, tastes like Taco Bell. I scared you. Put that in as an audio alert. Fucking terrify people. Anyway, now what? Now what are you gonna say about that? I was fucking easy and eating and you did that shit in my face. I have you in the background and I hear that. Hey, you guys are rating my burp. I had to show you why. 100 out of 10. Let's go. I'm glad you appreciate it. I didn't get one guide, because there was two. There's two people who rated the burp. Klopto and, Casual Guy Bob. Your ears feel wet. They'll feel wet when I'm done with them, baby. Anyways, ignore me, I'm joking. It's all jokes. I like to tease and play into the bit. But, yeah, sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry, okay? WVIT, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, and I don't mean to put, like, the imagery in your head. What do you call it? I'm always hesitant, like, kiss or lick around people's ears, because you really have to trust that the person that you're with cleans behind their ears. Because it's gross. If that person has bad hygiene and you aren't aware of it, it's like, oof. I'm afraid of that shit. Like, have you ever, like, seen someone take off their glasses and the ends of the glasses have something on them? Blech. Licking and kissing, oh yeah. I don't know, I usually focus on the neck if I'm kissing somebody on, like, their body. Because neck is a nice little, like, comfy place, you know? It feels nice and it's tingly. A little bit ticklish. A 500 out of 500 burp. DJ, are you a little far back in the stream? No, I know you are, I know. Don't worry. Everything's all vibes. Anyway, I'm so sorry, guys. Don't come after my neck, I bite, and so do I. I'm a vampire. What is my favorite anime? One of the animes I actually go back to pretty regularly is, Hajime no Ippo. One of my favorite all-time classics. Alongside Yu Yu Hakusho. Those two animes were like my childhood alongside Hunter x Hunter. I used to also watch a lot of One Piece. I still keep up with it today. Ippo, yeah. You know, the fucking, like, figure eight, like, jet engine sounds. The Mike Tyson thumb bite, everything. Any slice of life anime? Oh, a lot of those. I love them. Toradora, romance stuff. Dempsey roll. Love the Dempsey roll. これは Dempsey roll! Solo leveling is a nice one, but I do feel like it's got big, like, isekai holes, even though it's not an isekai traditionally. What about you guys? What are your favorites? Bleach is your favorite? Oh my god, hold on, I have to do this for you. Back to masculine voice, are you ready for it? Let me make sure my deeper voice works correctly before I do it. So I'm gonna mute myself.
ようこそ私のソウルソサエティ。見ろよ黒崎一護。私の強化水月。最強の催眠術だ。挽回。そうだろうね。これはかっこいいだろう。
Yo, no need to, need no shame. You prefer the manga for solo leveling? I prefer Ginye Eiyu Densetsu for classics. The Way of the House Husband is great. However, I wish it got a proper anime. I wish that it got proper animation. Voice acting is great. However, I just wish that it got, you know, the respect it deserves. Thank you, thank you. Arigato, arigato. いやー、これはちょっと楽しいですよ。日本語が喋っています。でも、私の日本語はちょっとママだろうに。そうか、そうか。Also, I will give you an IRL jump scare. If you go to the IRL channel or the pets channel, you will see my real face. So I break this illusion very quickly. I do stream with my face cam sometimes. So if you're not comfortable knowing what the pixel facade exposed, I know. But I'm not nearly as pretty as people might assume. What can I say? My stream is not a real person. Syed. It's almost like they're in a VR chat. Oh my god. What am I gonna do? No, it definitely is a virtual reality. I'm a human. The only reason I say that is because, like, I know there's, like, people who use anime characters instead of their real face. People are like, oh, you're probably some kind of ugly monster. And it's like, you know, I'm just an average-looking person. A trans girl, so to speak. I don't like to hide behind the facade of saying that I'm virtual. So the real me is on full display. How are you doing there, Syed? I actually really liked an old coworker of mine, not like romantically, but I had a good coworker friend whose name was Syed. Very funny dude. Hopefully you're just as funny. Make me laugh. Could you say that in the Deku voice? Oh, I could do it again. It's almost like they're in a VR chat. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. What am I supposed to do with this information? It's a virtual reality, but I thought it was so real. My phantom pain. Are you gonna tell me this phantom pregnancy isn't real either? Anyway, sorry, too much of that. That's actually kind of painful for my voice. Yeah. I actually do like My Hero Academia in Japanese, though. The United States of Smash moments, oh, they're so cool.
Metal Gear Solid. Yes, I'm Solid Snake. I'm gonna go take a fat shit in that pond.
I don't know why I felt like saying that. I'm sorry. Yeah, hi. What's up, guys? How are you feeling? I didn't do today's Wordle yet. I've got 2 of the letters, and it's not going well. What could this word be? Okay, I should have gone with my gut, because I could have gotten it in 3. Alright, I got today's Wordle in 4. I just made you blow smoke out your nose. That must have hurt like a bitch. I hate doing that. Nah, for real. I get fucking shivers and tingly sensations when people get close to my screen to do the hand stuff. Now I wonder if I have some kind of phantom bullshit. You have like an anticipatory phantom sensey kind of thing, right? It's like... You hit my vape when I said it? Ah, that makes sense. So, like, if you've ever been in this situation, like, if you had an annoying friend like me, I used to go up to my friends IRL and I'd be like, okay, tell me, do you feel this? And I put my finger right in front of their forehead, ready to flick them. And I'd be like, I'm not gonna flick you, I swear, but You can open your eyes, and like the whole time their eyes are like closing, the eyebrows are twitching, and it's like that weird tingly sensation between your eyebrows. Like it's definitely real. Phantom sensation isn't nearly what people say, right? It's not one to one. If you were to punch me in the face, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I can't believe you did that. My phantom sense, I actually feel that. And it's like, no, it's like, at worst, you'll flinch because you expect it to actually get hit, but, eh. Also, guys, I need a stretch. Do a stretch with me if you can. Right, so I'm gonna try to touch my toes. So feel free to join me. I am not bending over for nefarious reasons. Literally, touch toes. Oh, that feels so nice on my lower back. Holy fuck. I told you I'm 37, right? So, I don't know, maybe this is a sign I'm getting old, but when I stand for long periods, my lower back has always hurted. Hurt, not hurted. Sorry, bad English. Just enjoy the gravity's pull. Slowly drain you down. Try to touch your toes. I, for fuck's sake, cannot. Gotta stand up. I mean, again, sometimes you get so immersed in VR chat that, like, I will, like, lift up my, like, VR to grab something, and I'll look and I'll be like, oh, there's nothing there. Like, I was expecting a person. And it's a really bad feeling. It's like, oh, shit. Not scratches. We're not doing scritches. I'm not gonna scratch under your chin and call you a good boy. But, yeah, no. Again. By the way, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and chatting with me. Always love a good conversation and just, like, vibes, so. I've never run into a wall. However, I've punched a wall before because I was reaching for something. I have also knocked my own headset off a few times. A sign? How did you run into a sign? Like, we're talking about in VR, right? Like, you ran into a sign in your room while you were in VR? Or just IRL, you just ran into a sign? Okay. Yeah, we're talking about, like, you know, making mistakes in VR. Just the oopses, you know? Oh, jeez, I don't spin well. I don't have good balance, if you can tell. You just ran into a sign in the middle of the room. Exactly. When I get in VR, I'm gonna end up looking like a pretzel. I mean, if you do the Asian squat, you look like a pretzel. Like, the whole body kind of, like, just crumples into itself. It does not like it when your butt is close to your feet. Yep. Look at how well it tracks. So it's like, if you want to do that whole, like, meme of, thank you, thank you, thank you, it doesn't work. Pulling on my cables. Why is it called the Asian squat? Well, it's because, like, primarily when people would see us do it, it would be Asian people squatting with their heels touching the ground. There's similarly the Slavic squat, which is usually with cigarettes. Nah, because a lot of, like, people can't do that, where they actually put their feet on the ground. Yeah, Slav squat usually has to do with the tracksuit and, cigarettes. DJ, weren't you trying to find a place to fall asleep? Am I actually keeping you too engaged? You're getting out the bus and you accidentally ran into the sign while walked into it. I do that squat every day and I walk around like that. Yeah, no, me too. Oh, is it someone else that was looking for somewhere to sleep? And see, when I was streaming today, I was like, oh yeah, I'm like 2 follows away from 6,300 again, because I used to be at like 6,700. And so I was like, oh, cool. And then now it's at 6,310, and I'm like, oh, well, there goes that, like, counting number. I was gonna have a nice round one. And I think, if I'm remembering right, Bob was literally number 6,300. No, it was me who's... Oh, it was you who is. I'm not keeping you. It just takes you all to fall asleep. Yeah, no pressure. I'm just making sure I'm not, like, forcing you to stay awake by typing. Listen, I'm very good at coercion. If you stop talking to me, like... I'm gonna cry. I'm not gonna be very happy. I need you to talk to me. I need you guys all to pay attention to me. Because if you're not paying attention to me, it means your attention's going to someone else. And if you're not paying attention to me, I just start to fade away, and we wouldn't want that, would we? So we're happy. My attention goes to my fiance. Well, good for you. We're not all getting married eventually. Now, tell me, all of you who I am just now getting to know. Tell me, name your favorite musician. Like, band or whatever. Obviously, it changes for everyone constantly, because I can name a few, right? Old Linkin Park, currently Gigi Perez, Electric Callboy, so like you can name one from a specific genre if that narrows it down more. Fable and Nefix, never heard of either of those. Seether for rock. Oh, yeah. What was it? Fake it if you don't have a reason. Right, that one? Is that it? I used to listen to Seether. I used to also listen to Five Finger Death Punch. I used to listen to, 3 Days Grace. I used to listen to Atreyu. Toxic Melody. Yeah. But yeah, no, currently, like, Gigi Perez is really nice. She's got such a lovely, like, overall sound. It just warms my soul. Guns N' Roses are cool. Yeah, used to listen to them a lot. We gotta love the older taste in music. Gotta respect the classics. I think people sleep on it. I know there's lots of hipsters out there who are like, yeah, I only listen to real music. I only listen to the classics. Guns N' Roses, But in reality, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, what's his name? Ozzy Osbourne. There's lots of them. Serge Tankian, System of a Down. Think So Much is newer stuff I like. Never heard of them before. Yeah, you're listing music I've never heard of. I'll have to do a day where I actually take the time to input all of your guys' like music tastes and actually give them all a try. I do like learning about new music, so, feel free to offer me suggestions here and there, and I'll try my best to throw them in. There's also like an older alt-rock band called Ludo that I love. You might know them because like they're from 2010, and the song that was... I won't tell you your music taste is bad, it's just different, right? Like, not everyone likes the same stuff. You won't like all my music either. Part of the reason why I don't play my music on stream. I listen to shit on repeat, kind of. Like, I have a playlist going, and I take new suggestions, and I add to it. I'd rather not share my music. Not because I'm embarrassed, but simply because I like the idea of you guys listening to whatever you want to listen to, and not having to worry about like my music drowning yours out, right? So if you want to have a conversation with me, you actually can. Hey, what I could do is like, no, it's not about fuck 'em. It's just like, that's how I feel. When I go to a stream and I hear someone else's music, usually I mute the stream. Like, not because I don't like their music, but because sometimes I'm just like, it's just not what I'm in the mood for. Any girly pop stuff? Sometimes. Chappelle Rowan's nice. But like I said, if you know Gigi Perez is a great example of like, some like, she's like lesbian jams. It's great. Don't stop girly pop. What is girly pop? It's like a whole ass vibe and genre at this point. It's very like over the top girly sometimes. So it definitely has its own taste and place. Nah, it's not just trans people, it's everywhere. Um, a lot of the cis girls I know, they like, Don't Stop Girly Pop the game because they thought it was hilarious. Like, girly pop is, like I said, definitely more than just, the trans girls. So yeah, you're just out of the loop. You're getting old. You're getting old. You can't keep up. You're gonna be walking with a walker one day and being like, I just don't get what today's music's all about. I like rather listen to my own stuff. Like, let me hear some Tupac. You know, you're gonna be one of those in the walker. It's like, where's my Skrillex? I need some wub wubs if I'm gonna sleep. Where's my, sprites and scary monsters or whatever it was? Yeah. There was an anime I watched. I love this anime actually because the music is really nice. It's called Carol and Tuesday. I don't know if you guys have seen that anime, but it was on Netflix. And it's about these two girls trying to make music, and the rest of the world, they were writing their own music analog, and the rest of the world was writing music using AI. That was before the blow up of AI, by the way. And yeah, there's like a scene where they do like America's Got Talent, and like some of the people auditioning for this show, there's an old lady. She was like, yes, my mother used to sing this song for me all the time. It helps me feel at peace. And then she literally goes like, blah, 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 blah. Like, she does all those kinds of noises, the dubstep sounds. It was great. All this like silly voice talk though, it's making my nose run and my eyes water. I don't know what it is, but like voices really do make my eyes like drip. You're gonna go lie down with your dog? Okay, enjoy lying with your dog. I hope you know you stink. You're stinky. You smell like dog now. No, but give your dog extra hugs and kisses for me. I miss my dog. Yeah, you stink, so what? Well, you know, pheromone maxing. That's what we call it. Anyone ever tells you you're stinky, just remind them, I'm pheromone maxing. Brings everyone to the club. Alright, this is gonna sound mean, but this is back when I was in high school, okay? Maybe you guys see this too, but when I was in high school growing up, there was always those kids who smelled terrible, right? There was like a group of them. Oh, there it is. Klopto. They're here. They're spamming. Alright, I take care of you. There you go. Damn, that was the first one in a while. Klopto was too slow. But yeah, no, there was a group of people who were, what do you call it? Smelly, like a bunch of kids. And they always, always, always hung out together. And it was because no one wanted to hang out with them because they were the stinky kids. So you had a group of like bad smelling people. And it was really awkward. And they all hung out together though. Every single one of them. And it was just like, a little sad, but it was just normal for them. Now I'm just watching the green site, because if it happens again, I'm going into follower only mode on green. Just because, well, it's annoying. I can't read chat if it's being spammed with that garbage, so good job. Oh my god, yes, anime conventions are notorious for it. To the point where they have to hand out soap. Like, if you're handing out soap at your convention, there's a problem. Street Fighter tournaments are notoriously bad for it, so are Magic the Gathering conventions, just nerds. People who don't go out and socialize enough, and not to say all nerds are stinky, okay? But there's definitely a class of people who just don't do enough to take care of themselves. I'm gonna stretch again because my lower back hurts. I might have to sit down soon. I've been standing for 2 hours, so my lower back might need a little bit of a rest from standing. Oh, you would lay down with me. Yeah, but I'm just old. I'm gonna make old people sounds as I sit down. It's fine. I'll be okay. Ay, ay, ay. It only hurts just because, like, you know, standing for long periods of time, the muscles need it. Boomer, alright, kid, alright. Listen here, 26-year-old. I've got, 11 years of experience on you. My XP bar is full. Alright, little baby. Hold on, let's see. Let's just do the VR chat dick measuring contest of height. Like, how tall are you? Hmm? How tall are you? Rory, you stay out of this. Rory's, hugging their cat. You're in your prime, Grandma? Yeah, whatever you say. Your prime. Let's go start look-smaxing then. Start hitting your face with a hammer. Do what the young kids are doing. Ah, that shit's so sad to hear about, though. How did look-smacking become mainstream? Your average height? 5'9"? Well, casual Bob, I'm 5'9.5". I might be shorter than DJ, but I'm 5'9.5", so pat, pat, pat. I'm just a little bit taller than you. Exactly. No, I'm just teasing. VR chat's really an interesting place though, because I swear, so many people like swear that they're like 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". Like, I've never met so many people who are over 6 foot in my life. And I'm like, I swear most of you have to be lying. Like, I'm taking a whole foot off some of you. It's crazy. Also, DJ, you are a baby. You're 19. It's alright. Used to be 6th. But every dude is like 6 foot on VR chat. It's weird. No, it's true. I don't get it. You know, DJ, one of those things I will say is, depending on how much you're eating, drinking, working out, your height can fluctuate maybe an inch or two. Like, not inch or two, half inch or so. No, I got you. I understood what you meant. Like, so many dudes all collectively are just like 6 foot. No, really. It's crazy. It's like an epidemic of like every tall person just decided to play VR. Just like everyone who has DID magically plays this game. It's crazy. Only like 1 or 2% of the population have DID, supposedly, and yet you've all found each other on VR chat. It's quite interesting. Please do tell me more about your 9 other personalities. Oh, you only have 9? I've actually developed 50 different personas or alters. Thanks. Like, bro, you aren't impressive to me. No, there's just a lot of people who their go-to move is just like putting it in their bios and being like, ah, yeah, just look at my bio. Like, I don't care. There's one guy I remember who was like bragging about his height. He's like, I'm actually 6'7". Not even this time. This is before this meme. But he had it in his bio, and he kept just calling everyone short ass. Like, he was like flirting with girls by being like bantery, by being like, oh yeah, but you're so short and you can't reach. Making all the short jokes. And eventually one of the girls goes like, how tall are you then if you're so tall? And he's like, well, if you read my bio, you'd know. And it's just like, no one cares. I was like, well, yeah, I get asked so often, so I just put it in my bio. And it's like, yeah, but people only ask you how tall you are because you make every conversation about height. Like, bro, no one cared. I only ask how tall you guys are before I make short jokes, because then I can be like, ah, you're a little bit shorter than me. Let me just put you down here, give you some head pats. It's alright though. VR chat in the 2 years or 3 years, wait, I've been playing for 4 years now. VR chat in the 4 years that I've been playing has been a very interesting experience. It's been a lot of like weird social aspects that I'm just not used to. And so it's definitely something. I don't know how else to put it nicely. It's like there's someone like giving head pats, and my friend was like patting his head, and he was just like like moaning into it, and I was like, hey, are you moaning? He was like, well, no, it's not moaning. I'm just like immersed. I was like Phantom Sense? And he was like, no, I don't have Phantom Sense, but I just like the immersion of it. So I like to like acknowledge them with like humming. And it's like, I see. Immersed. Yeah. I mean, again, to each their own, but it sounds a lot like moaning. Don't worry, I got you. It's an odd group of people who play VR chat a lot, and there are lots of pedos. Yeah, no. There's 2 issues I have with that too, right? First issue, like, nothing is done about the groomers. Nothing. Oh, good night. Take care, DJ. Thanks for hanging out. So you have like the groomers that are no one's doing anything about them. And then you have like a bunch of trolls who, whenever they don't like someone, they try to spread pedo allegations against everyone. Like, oh, that guy's actually a pedophile. I know it and I could prove it, but I'm not gonna reveal my sources. Like, I've heard that kind of shit too, where it's like, so you have no proof. You're just gonna tell me that you saw them take some like or not 19-year-old, like 18, no, sorry, 17-year-old girl into an ERP world and then get banned. It's like, do you have proof? But no, you don't. And so it's like, that's why anytime someone tells me someone's a pedo, I am very much like, maybe. We'll see if there's proof, but either way, I just avoid them. I just don't interact. because that means most likely there's drama that follows that person. Be it their own doing or other people's, it's just like, I will give it space. I don't need to get involved in anything. Exactly, there are a group of people who hunt them for content, and it's like, if that's your entire content, there's also a risk. Oh, okay, no worries. Well, I hope you sleep well, DJ. If you're lurking, well, thank you for the lurk, and I do hope you sleep well regardless. Um, I can say there's definitely a group that still do it, because they're friends with my friends, and they're very, very excited whenever they reach or find someone who might be one. And then, like, they're just asking everybody, like, do you know this person? Have you ever seen them before? Do you have any contact with them? Have you ever heard of them? About them talk about this person? And it's like, I don't want to be involved in this. I want nothing to do with this. I would just like to stay far away from this. I remember, like, there was a time when I was first playing VR chat where people would be like, oh my god, Tech Gangster's in the lobby. Oh my god, do you know who Tech Gangster is? Tech Gangster is like the biggest VR chat pedophile. It's like, ew. And also, I wish that wasn't so, like, prevalent to the point where someone could be notorious and still play this game. Like, if how has this not been dealt with if that's the case? But yeah. VR chat, very gross place. Like, just go watch, what's it called? What's his name? Da 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 da. Yeah, I do know that some people would try to get the law involved against pedophiles. That's true. Um, what's his name? Proximity chat. Proximity chat had videos where, like, this guy is a furry. Right? Most of his videos targets furries. But the furry that he targeted was, like, a 43-year-old man. He was... hello, Awesome Sauce. He was 43 years old because he was, like, born in 85 or 84 or whatever, or 86. I don't know. Yeah. And so the guy's, like, dating a 19-year-old in VR chat. And when he's asked his age a second time, he's like, oh, I'm actually 36 or 37. And it's like, and then someone calls him out, he's like, aren't you actually 43? He's like, oh, I forget sometimes. It's like, you don't forget your birth year. You are hiding that shit. And even then, it's not good. Like, don't pretend. Don't lie. What am I waiting? We're talking about VR chat weirdos. So that branches into pedophiles too. Awesome sauce. So I'm talking about specifically the proximity chat video. I mean, yeah, like I said, whenever someone flirts with me, the first thing out of my mouth is usually, I'm 37. And if you're, 20 years old, you can post an IRL if you want to. Anyone's welcome to post anything anywhere. Just, keep it safe for work. Don't post nudes, blah, blah, blah. It's 18 plus community, but still, if something, was slightly risque, then we're very careful. Yeah, I know. I also don't mind when people post, like, pets and stuff like that. I love seeing everyone's animals. I post my cat in there. My fat fucking cat. Yeah, awesome sauce. Feel free. Let's see. Being engaged is so great. You don't have to worry about that shit. I mean, yeah, you can do whatever you want. You're engaged. I think I was getting a little loud. I'm not sure. So yeah, no. Oh, I'm gonna go look at your post immediately, because I'm curious. Oh shit, I love your hair. I used to have glasses like that at one point too, actually. Crazy that no one stuck to the facts, and even worse, all the drama should have been private. I think the facts definitely should be focused on. And the parts of like the Sykkuno stuff that would personally bother me, it's strictly this that he is using his like he knows he's a bigger streamer and smaller streamers will jump at the opportunity to interact with you. No, it's been a pleasure meeting you too, Rikatika. I hope you have a great night if you're heading out, and thank you so much for lurking and chatting with me. Um, but yeah, no, the again, the parts of it that make it a little icky, because I do think that some of the VTubers who are coming out, yes, they are definitely cloud chasing and taking advantage of the situation. However, he is lying to them. He is over the age of 30. Like, he's talking to 19-year-olds and 20-year-olds at most. And one of the girls who recently came out, she said he started talking to her as a friend when she was 17. And then when she turned 18, a little bit after, he made a move. That is very, very, very close to that line of grooming. That's all I'm saying. No, no, I'm not saying he's lying about his age. Lying about being in a relationship definitely gives people the wrong, you know, the wrong sense. And again, it just makes it look worse. Because some girls, I bet you, some of these girls would have still gone for him, even if he was openly in a relationship. Had they known, they still might have gone for it. So I'm not saying that, they're all faultless. I just think the whole situation, though, for the most part, it's just ugly. The whole thing's ugly. And most of it shouldn't have been our business, but you know how it is in the internet. If you do something that someone doesn't like, just like, Minecraft's to you, it's gonna be a Google Docky, not a chicken jockey, right? No, I get that too, Awesome Sauce. Again, the word predator being used primarily gets used towards pedos, right? And unfortunately, the word loses its meaning, so it's just, yeah, well, instead of chicken jockey, it's Google Docky. Hello, Boozette, you're late to the party tonight. But it's good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Oh my god, wait. That breed looks familiar. Is that a Cocker Spaniel? No. Cocker Spaniels are brown. Oh, yes, I'm going to hit you. How dare you not be here with me? You weren't spending time with me, Booze. And no, look, I'm gonna say this very clearly too. If you are a streamer, being open about your relationship status can affect your viewership. Oh no, it absolutely will get shitified, Awesome Sauce. But, no. If you are private about your relationship status, you're more likely to get people who are willing to simp for you, right? You get a bigger viewer base because a bunch of single people are watching you and hoping. You have more people willing to throw money at you because they hope you'll notice them. It is very much a, what do you call it? It's a business move. It's an image move. And also, people can target your partner. That's true too. Hey, if I wanted to give people the girlfriend experience, I'd be streaming on the blue site too. Oh yes, baby. Don't worry. I'm here for you. Tell me about your day. Yeah? By the way, pay me $5 if you want to see my latest nudes. Flat-coated retriever. Oh, I see. Blue site means OnlyFans or Fansly. You've heard some crazy shit that Iron Mouse is 30 and has a kid. Yeah, I know, I've heard that one too. I heard that she is older and with a child, that she used to talk about her daughter on stream. Way back in the day. No, yeah, when I was in, early days of streaming, so like 4 years ago, back when I was in a relationship, I was very open about it. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm talking to my girlfriend real quick, I need to give her a call. Man, that relationship lasted for 10 years. Again, it's a business move. It strictly is just business. If you choose not to mention it, I don't hold it against you. If you're a big streamer, there's reason for not doing it. You had to do the full body treadmill experience. How was that? Oh, fun. I wonder if it's the OnlyFans stream was a sign. Maybe. I feel like if I was on a treadmill, I would always be worried about, like, stepping too far back and fall off. Or be XQC and meme it. No, no, no. No, no, no. Did you see the? I don't know what he says anymore. I just know he yells the word chat a lot. XQC was, when I used to stream GTA RP, XQC was like the biggest person I always wanted to like avoid. Not because I think of him negatively directly, but because he had such a volatile community when he was playing GTA that like if they didn't like you or you did something to his character, there was always a chance that you would get hate. Like you would be targeted. Like I was terrified of running into him and doing something that would make him upset. No, and, you know, I don't know anything about him beyond, like, the GTA stuff, so I just see clips of him sometimes. People compare him to Asmongold, I guess. I don't know. Beyond that, no. You have a question about women. Why do they want men to grab their boobs softly? Is it because of the nerve endings? Oh, I could tell you that one easily. My boobs hurt. If you squeeze my boobs, it will hurt. Like, it is nerve endings. It's not as, like, sensitive as, say, your balls, like, getting hit in the balls. But, like, I will say, like, it hurts. Getting hit in the boob hurts. And, like, it is a nerve ending. It is a ball of tissue. And everyone's different with that. Everyone's different with how much they feel in their boobs. For instance, me. Like, right now, they still are tender for me. But if I were to, like, poke and prod, it definitely stings. Like, so yeah, boobs are very odd in that certain kinds of touch good. Excuse me, I'm so sorry you had to hear that. So yeah, no. I will say, you know, be polite. Weak. I know, because I was holding it in. I was hoping it'd be quiet. I'm not trying to blow your eardrums out every time I burp. I'm trying to maintain viewership here. I'm not trying to scare away everybody. And that's true too. Not every woman's the same, and some will tell you harder, softer. Don't worry, Bob. It's cool. Nah, but oh yeah, Bob. I was thinking about your glasses. Like back in the day when I had what do you call it? Glasses. My prescription were -6 and -7. Not even joking. Left eye was way worse than my right eye. Super thick. Yeah, if you know anything about prescriptions, they were bad. I got LASIK though. And with LASIK, I can, you know, I can see again. It's amazing. No more contact lenses. The game will flop because it has the exact same science as 2077. Way too much hype. I mean, it's not really that alone, but I do think that the problem with GTA 6 is the fact that it is development hell. I'm sure that they're constantly trying to add more to the feature scope, and nothing is going to be feature complete. Everything is going to be lackluster if I had to really guess. That's why they keep delaying it. It's because, like, oh shit, nothing's ready. Everything is still in the cooking stages. There's no focus, I think, is probably the problem. Gaming companies have a real bad issue when it comes to overall direction. They also gave notice that GTA 6 will be the last GTA ever made. DJ, you have a lazy left eye? Is it lazy like your eyelid, or like, do you look in another direction? I always forget what lazy means. Or does it just mean that you have bad eyesight in the left eye because it relies on the right eye? There's like 3 different meanings for lazy in my head, so I don't remember which one it is. Well, no, GTA 6 Online is part of GTA 6. It's the last two? I see, I see. No, I get that. You thought that DJ was sleeping. They're listening, though, and they heard something that they can chime in on, so they pick their phone back up. It's alright. GTA 6 PC 1. Let's give it like 5 more years. It's gonna be PC only, right? Slay the Spire 2 full release when? I want to play the rest of the game now. I want, like, all of the cards to be released and new characters. I want the modding community to start working on what do you call it, mode? The, um, what was the expansion called before? Not the expansion, but the mod? Down... It's where you play as the monsters. A guy keeps making me play it together. Told him get me a burger. Why do you always want a burger to do anything? You ain't a cheap femboy. So you admit that you're a femboy, though. Femboy, oh no. Man, I wish. Okay, so you wish you were a femboy. I mean, how old are you again, Booze? I'm sorry, I forgot. Only a burger. I know I'm a femboy. Hey, at least you own it. 28? Alright, Booze, you have 2 years to commit to being a femboy. Once you hit 30, that's when twink death occurs. So you have to pivot. You have to either be macho man or you have to be a trans woman. Like, those are your 2 options. Femboy and twink are different though. Twink, you can be a twink and not be a femboy, but usually a femboy is a twink. One is not exclusive to the other though, I suppose. Twinks are usually just really skinny dudes who might be a little bit more flamboyant. Femboys typically enjoy wearing thigh highs, the occasional maid outfit. Or you can end up being that one Japanese guy. Not sure who you mean. Hello, Konakara. How are you doing? Ain't a twink a snack in British? No, but we have Twinkies here in the States. Oh, it's a Japanese dude in his 40s who's a femboy? That's because he's got the Asian buff. He gets until 50. Asian don't raisin. Alright? Don't forget this. You're doing good? You're a little tired? Been out all day? Stream's been good. I got raided earlier by a friend. I've been vibing otherwise. Little Peep, you have a question? Hit me with it. I will try my best to answer as best I can. I'm gonna say I haven't had a Twinkie in quite a long time, but I don't remember liking them. Do I believe in God? It's a bit of a deeper question, isn't it? But I will at the very least tell you I am agnostic. I don't believe or disbelieve. It's more like I don't know either way. I can't know. To me, there's like too many variables, and I'm not gonna get into a whole religious debate, like whether or not you believe or not, but my point is, it's a very difficult topic in its own right. Do you want to pray for me? You can do whatever you want. You have freedom. Don't even worry about it. 2 years ago, you had a Twinkie 2 years ago. I'll make them, man, look like twinks when I'm done with them. 6, 7. I'm struggling to understand what you just said, Boots. I have no idea what you're saying. Excuse me. But yeah, no. What if there's a religion in a different planet that we don't know about? Again, it's like, the problem with religion is I think that all of it's made by man, right? So that's my issue with it. A lot of it's written by man and determined based around our rule sets at the time. So there's just too many reasons to be like, I don't know, right? Like, everything is written by someone who had a viewpoint on the world. That's why there's so many misogynist things within the book, and depending on the book you read. So I think that the overall message in a lot of the books does match up. So I think that there's an overall goal of just being kind, and that's the kind of thing I live for. Spread kindness, spread love, regardless of whatever religion you believe in or don't believe in. Just be kind to people. Just spread love to people. Like, we're all hurting, we're all struggling. There's no point in going beyond that. Fixating on what someone else believes in is just like trying to beat your head into a wall. There's a lot of people who believe that, like, by doing so, that they are saving you, but reality is, we all don't know, and there's no point in acting like we know one more or the other. For me, Christian religion is just an afterthought. If a person dies to go to heaven, it makes you feel somewhat at ease. Exactly, it's like how to come to terms with death. Again, it's a very complicated topic. Oh, absolutely, me too. Not to go too deep into this, but back in my depression era, when I did contemplate those kinds of dark thoughts, and this is a much younger me, I was too scared of the finality of it. The idea of nothingness. And that kept me from doing it. So, not to be too depressing for you. But that was many, 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 many years ago. Back when I used to get bullied in high school and middle school. Yes, what can I say? I used to be bullied. I was told I'm ugly, annoying, stupid, gay, whatever. Little did they know, I love women quite a lot. But, everyone's different. I'm pansexual though, so if they weren't fully wrong, but they're wrong for the wrong reasons, or right reasons, I don't know. I don't care what anyone believes. I did have a boss, however, who cornered me one day, not even a joke, asked me that exact question. I was in the storage room, organizing our stock, and my other coworkers there, and my boss just walked in, and he was just like, "Let me ask you a question. Do you believe in Jesus?" I was like, this is very much on the spot in a work environment. I don't think that's an appropriate question for me to answer. Sorry. And so he dropped it, but yeah. Like, I don't think God is gonna smite you, cause okay, dear God, I'm glad she okay, and she has a life into this world, and she's kind of people or to be sweet. I hope she lives streams good. I pray for herself. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment. Ah, my ear itches. Sorry, distracting thought. But that aside, to change gears a little bit, what's the last anime all of you watched? I agree with that, Booze. I do. Forcing is never a good option. In fact, you'll scare more people away from potentially believing in anything by pushing them and forcing them. Jojo, yeah. Gachiakuta? I need to look at Gachiakuta. I promise you. I will take a look at Gachiakuta one of these nights. Because there's a game coming out for it. Did you see that? They're making a game for Gachiakuta. And so I'm curious about that too. Usually anime games are shit, so I'm curious to see if they pull it off or not. If you like muscular men and trash, you'll love it. I mean, there's some hot chicks in there too, aren't there? My dad said I'd go to hell if I was homo. I mean, what is JoJo if not the ultimate male eroticism fantasy? A bunch of buff dudes. Nigerundayo! Run, Smokey! Caesar! All the great quotes, you know? What if I ask that because my grandma had a stroke and I just saved an animal today that almost got hit by a car? I mean, I'm so sorry to hear that for your grandmother, and I'm happy for you to have saved an animal. Again, no negativity from me. I'm just telling you, you know? I appreciate it. Oh my god, son of a bitch. I love all of that. I think religion concept is more so like, hey, think what you think. Hmm. I mean, listen, it's 2026. Who doesn't have a little touch of autism in them? Yeah, and you're welcome to your choice. Oh, did you get hit by the Automod? So I said, oops. No, you're good. Automod is sensitive. I have to adjust Automod settings. I mean, yeah, people are fighting each other over all sorts of denominations. But yes, let us move forward from this conversation topic onto more random, pressing non-issues. Let's talk about what your favorite version of JoJo is. Which one was your favorite JoJo, for instance? In Gachi Akuta, what's something great that you love about it? What's your favorite pizza place? Let's go there too. I love, if you ever come to California, any of you, go to San Diego, and there's a place called, the Bronx Pizza. Absolutely my favorite pizza I've had in my entire life. I just, I consider driving 80 miles to go get this pizza because it was that fucking good. Like, I've never been to New York, so obviously I don't know anything about New York pizza. But this pizza in San Diego has to have been the best pizza I've had in my life. Gotcha, Kuda, your favorite part is when Rudy gets his ability to wreck shit. Intro is fire. Nice. So if you want to talk about like someone who's into muscular men, right? If you like muscular men, you should watch Tanjiburo, or what is it? Tojima Tanjiburo Wants to Be a Common Rider. I love that fucking anime now. It's so funny. Well, I'm glad that you feel that way. I appreciate the sentiment again very much. Hopefully you're doing well, Lil Peep. I've only ever heard one Lil Peep song in my life, and it's the song that's the Fall Out Boy song. The one that Fall Out Boy's on. Excuse me. Where it's like, I've been waiting. I've been waiting up and I've been getting enough. No, I feel I'm fading. When I get enough, can I get enough? Whoa. I don't remember all the words, but you get the general vibe. Fuck me up and just make me go crazy. I'm addicted to the love that you just made me feel. I'm dreaming for your touching on the daily. You're the only one that I want. Anyway, that's a great song. It's the only Lil Peep song that I know. If I'm into metal, though, I can give it a listen. But yeah, no. Gacha Akuta's been on my list. It's just been a distraction for me, where I'm like, oh, shit, anime. Yes, I should watch some. Juice World. And thanks so much, I already know. Oh, you're friends with, Lil Peep? That's really cool. I only knew of him because of that song, and then I learned about the sadness, that he passed, and that he really liked Fall Out Boy, and he would have... Oh, I see, I see. Ara ara, gluck gluck noises. Ah yeah, ara ara. これはちょっとダメだよね. I'd become a hentai TBH. But yeah, no. What's your favorite pizza spot, Bob? Do tell me. Konosuba? I haven't watched in a while. I should put him on. I'll give him another listen. I don't mind emo music, depressing stuff. Not depressing, really, but, I just don't mind. Oh, me too. I love slice of life and comedy. I really do enjoy my fair share of, like, lightheartedness. Because I'm sure people could tell me all about the masterpiece. Oh, yes! Booze. You are awesome. I love you. I love you. Those are two great animes. I love you. I love Overlord. The opening songs for Overlord are so good. Uncle from Another World, though, I read the manga and I just love him. His love for Seiga is so good. Just everything Seiga. He wipes his memory whenever something happens. He's just pissed off. He's like, Ikura's Kyura. Bro, can you join me? I'm sorry, little peep. I don't actually let people join me when I'm in VR chat. I typically don't remember. I don't accept friend requests until after I've gotten to know people. It takes time. I will eventually do like a community meetup, possibly, if people are regular and, I have enough people who are interested in my community. But, I don't really ever see that fully happening. Not because I don't want to, but, in my mind, the community won't ever be big enough to be like, hey guys, do you want to come meet me in VR chat? Teehee or woo. And then like host an event. We'll see though. If there's enough of an interest, I'll do it. It's a mom pop shop, old family recipe. Exactly like the non-chans. I will say though, I do enjoy me some chain pizza sometime. Like a thin crust pizza, oh my god, I love those. The like cracker-like crust. Oh, well, thank you very much, Pete. It's very kind of you to say. Now, casual guy or Bob, of the chains, and everyone else too. Like, of all the chain pizzas, what's your favorite? We might be the only Americans who are chatting right now, Bob. Gonna be real with you. Rory, not American. Booze, not American. So, this might be a question just for me and you. You don't know? You said you're gonna go walk your dog. Yes, and I love that anime too. That one's called, shit. Wait, what's that one called? In Japanese. I know the name. Fuck. Plop, I want you to check the band log. You missed something. You weren't here to save me. Klopto doesn't, no, smell. I think it was smell. You failed me. I'm fine, don't worry. I just banned the account and moved on. If it happened again, I was gonna enable follower only mode, so. And also, just a reminder to everybody, feel free to follow my stream, join my Discord, whatever works best for you. Feel free to come by anytime I'm live. I will always be happy to have a conversation. Ilwag, you're currently 41% stinky. How dare you? I'm a little bit crying right now because of the animals, and I just feel bad for it. And it was in the middle of the street. No, I know how that feels. Ugh, Bob, you lose points. You lose points, Bob. Dominoes. Ugh. Psh. Everyone says Dominoes, okay? Everyone says Dominoes. Psh. Oh, Klofto, you weren't here though when I said that. For me, it's Papa John's. Papa John's has a soft spot in my heart though, for nostalgia's sake. You don't get chains that much. No, that's fair. If you have good mom and pop shops near you, then why would you ever get a chain? It's the cutest thing ever. No, I almost cried when I saw a dead skunk on the side of the road. I know it's a skunk and people are like, ew, skunk. But it's just so sad. They're cute animals and they're actually very sweet. I don't do well with, just animals getting hurt. It makes me very sad, so I feel you. Empathy kicks into overdrive. I cry very easily. Like, for the entire year after my dog died, last year, so up until recently, anytime I mentioned my dog, anytime I saw people walking their dog, I would fucking cry. Without fail. So, yeah, no, it's hard. No, that's fine. It happens. It was a week after my birthday, too. I had her for 13 or 14 years. And I gave her the happiest life that I could, I believe. And even though she's gone, like, I'm happy she's not suffering anymore. And it's all okay. Hug your pets, remember? Take care of them, show them love. No, no, don't feel bad. She had a great life. And I loved her very, very much. And that's all that matters. So don't worry. Other animals that I think are fantastic, by the way, possums. I think possums get way too much hate. They're actually the fucking cutest. Possums are very, very smart. Not smart, but like, they're very, like, friendly animals if you raise them. And they're not vicious. Even, like, the ones out in the wild, people are like, oh, but their teeth are so scary and they make those faces. Yeah, it's a self-defense mechanism. They're not gonna hurt you. They're sooner to play dead than actually do anything to you. So, you know, don't be afraid of possums. They're just cute little guys. There's a video that I like to show people where it's just a bunch of possums in this, like, vet's office, and they're all being fed banana slices. So all of the possums are just going, and it sounds like raindrops. It's really cute. My birthday was in February, February 7th. I saw one of those stupid, like, jokey things where it's like, oh, what would your this thing name be? Use your birthday. Month means this, date means this. And it was like, what would your, a little vulgar, what would your vagina's name be? And then mine was literally, I think, just sex hole. February 7 was like sex hole or something. I was like, well, yep, that's me. Ah, so stupid. What'd you say, Bunnyo, for, Bob? Hmm. Animals passing is always very difficult, so I understand. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Lil P. Okay, you clicked a bunch of random VR videos. You clicked a bunch of random VR streams and forgot what wiggling is. No, no, I appreciate you stopping by, Peep. No worries. And as for what wiggling is usually when VR chatters are, like, listening to music. They're usually mutes. And again, this is no hate, no shade. So usually what they're doing is, like, they're holding the camera scantily clad and they're, like, wiggling around, and then they're, like, panning around and giving you the full view and, like, getting close and then, like, you know, giving you the full body view. And, you know, it's definitely, like, entertaining for someone. It's just, you know, I like talking. I like talking to people. So again, it's not like hate on my part, so don't, you know, worry. I'm not insulting anyone. A lot of my friends are mute wigglers, and they're really sweet people, so it's all, you know, to each their own. You want to talk to your streamer? Yes. I appreciate that, Peep. I really do. Yeah, no. Bob, I give you a heads up. Klopto here, that's all they do. They just say, hey, guess what? And then that. Bob, did you do a smell check for yourself? Just do exclamation point smell. No, I'm not hating on a clap. I think it's funny. Yeah, do a smell check. Just exclamation point smell in chat. You'll see. It's 2:17 a.m. Same here. I'm over in the West Coast. PS2. You're too scared? You can't? You won't? Ah, come on. Look, I'll do it. Come on, Bob. Look at that. I'm only 23% stinky. Let's see what yours is. Join in. We got Rory out here stink maxing. Oh. Oh. Bob, can I interest you in a bath? There's lots of water out here. You know what? No, I got you. I got you. You don't gotta do anything. Hold on, I can reach this. Alright, Bob. This is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you. Just close your eyes. Alright, that should take care of it. What do you mean you're clean? Clearly you're not. Peep, no, I do not. I've definitely thought about it, but no, I don't. I'm not good enough for that kind of content. Don't worry, I'm not offended. You're fine. No, if I ever make one of those, you'll see a link tree, like, link in my bio, and... No, you're fine. I don't typically just do that stuff. It's too much effort, and I'm just lazy. I have no shame against people who do it. Like, I don't hold anything against people who do Fansly. It's just, you know, that's a lot of effort. That's a lot of effort. And I am not very much into giving effort. So, you do a little bit? I see. That's fine. Hey, Bob, you're clean now. Try again, Bob. Try the command again. You know, I just gave you a washing. Do it again. Look at that! Instant improvement! 36%. Alright, it's better. Sorry, what's the topic? We're just talking about pizza, and then we were talking about smell, and I'm being asked if I do OnlyFans or Fansly. Hello, Gus is waiting. How are you doing tonight? Oh, Gus, I'm sorry, but you know what that means. Wait, you're 67% smelly. You're 6'7". Oh my god. But Gus, you brought this on yourself. So, here you go. I'm doing the gesture and washing you at the same time. Alright, you should be good now. Hope you enjoyed your quick bath. Actually make one. Yeah, like I said, we'll see. Look at that, you already got like a 10% improvement, 17% or 16%. Honestly, at this point, making it OnlyFans on April 1st and just do meme avatars and voice impressions. I mean, you missed out earlier. I was doing voice impressions. I was doing my Kronk and stuff. Booze, you just weren't here for it. But yeah, no. One day, maybe. If I feel confident, maybe I'll do it. Oh, booze, I was, rated earlier. That's why. It's only up because of a raid earlier. If you want to talk numbers, I mean, earlier it was like 100, and then it gradually went down all the way to 30, so... you know, raids do what they do. Got a lot of lurkers in chat, and that's okay. That's just how raids go. On the kick side, we've got 10 people watching, so numbers go up slowly. Between both platforms, it's close to 40, you know. I'm working on my way. Mother.
Boy. Boy.
Ah, Jules. I'll be right for you, say you love me like you used to. Would you be scared if there was 20,000 people? No, I wouldn't care. I would be a little sad sometimes, depending. I would have to put like the chat into slow mode just so I can have conversations, and I would have to also police the chat and be like, look guys, I want to be able to talk to as many of you as I can. Like, I'm afraid of that kind of concept of like streaming, where if you ever become big, or if your community grows too much, having a conversation becomes difficult, unless you guys all talk to each other, of course. But I would hate for a chat to be filled with just like emotes, where people are just like cacklemowing all by themselves, and just like, I can't, what am I doing other than just talking? No, it was lovely meeting you, Bob. Thank you again for all the kindness, and I look forward to seeing you around if you decide to come back. It's been fun chats. Hopefully your work goes a little bit better going forward. No, not me, just another person from the other chat. Yeah, of course, no pressure. I post on Discord whenever I go live, so you'll get pinged unless you mute them, and that's your choice. Never out of this alive. So yeah, no. I'll probably be live for a little bit longer. We'll see. Tonight's been a pretty chill night. People have been very kind, so makes me happy. Do I ever play with fans? Kind of. Like I said, I am feeling people out, of course, right? So eventually there would be what do you call it? Like a community meetup. I've mentioned this before. So if enough people show interest in like actually getting to know each other and hanging out, then yeah, we could do like like meetup, you know, like an Ilwak community meetup, and you guys can all hang out with me and do that like once a week or something. But again, that's if there's like enough of an interest in it, because I wouldn't mind hosting movie nights in VR chat and then streaming it on Discord for people who can't play VR. Uh, your brother like it does gold panning, and he found gold. That's cool. Because I do know some streamers who do that, where they host movie nights and like game nights, and I would love to play games with people in VR chat too. Because some of my favorite games in VR are like Quick Draw or VRware, and you know, I like goofing around and just, you know, having fun. So if enough people are interested, I would be happy enough to do it. But obviously, that's all if, right? So I also wouldn't mind doing like nights where like we play other games together. Like what do you call that game? Like Slay the Spire, because I play Slay the Spire, right? And so I'd be happy to play that with people hanging out in chat. You're going to bed, Peep? Well, good night. Thanks for chatting with me as well. I hope you sleep well. Take care, and thanks for being kind. I have a lot of community games in my head, but you need a lot of people to play, at least 10. And that's basically what I'm getting at. Minimum in my head to do this would be like 10 people. Because otherwise it's like, you know, kind of just an awkward group setting, especially if the vibes aren't right for some people. Because let's be real, not everyone's going to get along with each other. And, you know, not everyone's going to be friends or want to be friends with each other. You just never know. And even me, like, personally, like, you never know. It's like, I might be fine with, like, talking to you in chat and actually just acquainting, but there's sometimes going to be where the interest just isn't there deeper than that. And that's not to be personal, but just it happens. Just like you guys might realize interacting with me might not be as fun. So, yeah. Anyway, my point is, you never know what happens. One thing you want to do is like an Among Us roleplay in VR chat. One detective, two killers, and one joker. And then people that are killers can't talk and have to kill people pressing the skull emoji. Would be fun. I love chill worlds. What is the name of this world? This world is Yayoi Summer Nights. It's very calm, it's very mellow here. Lots of like, little things like fireworks that you can play with. There's pens. And just the background is just water and like buildings, as you can see. There's nothing really going on. It's just here. But I like it too. I guess I need to ban that phrase now that I think about it. So earlier when I mentioned like, oh, Klopto, do something, it was because there was a troll in the green side where they were just chanting in chat, you will never be a woman. And don't worry, that doesn't hurt my feelings. It's more like, how annoying. Because now I can't read anything you guys said, I have to scroll, and it's just a pain in the ass. It just added a layer of like annoyance to me. I stream on, or I'm multi-streaming, so I'm streaming on Kick, YouTube, and Twitch. Perfectly within terms of service. As long as I don't tell you guys, hey, go follow me on this site too. Like, we're okay. As long as I don't tell you to ever go there. So, it just is what it is. You're fine, don't worry. There, I added it to my banned words list. We'll see. I put the entire phrase there, so we'll see. When in reality, they're a 12-year-old Discord mod that lost their e-kitten. It's more like, again, just a bunch of hurt people trying to hurt people, right? People who feel like they have no power, people who think that it's funny to troll people, like whatever their reason is. Excuse me. It's like they're looking for a reaction. They're looking for some kind of validation to themselves. It's in VR chat, it's everywhere. And the goal is basically just like to get me or whoever they're doing it to feel sad, insecure, or hurt. So it's like, you'll never be a woman. And you're supposed to be like, oh no, how could you say that? Or fuck you and you're an asshole. Like again, the goal is to get some kind of genuine reaction out of me. But in reality, all I'm gonna do is just go, oh, that's annoying. And then just block them. And they're gonna be like, oh yeah, I've got under their skin, I made them ban me. It's like, because it's a very controversial topic and you can understand why. Because I ask a genuine question like, without like meaning anything behind it. Yeah, you can ask me whatever you want. Trust me, I don't take offense. It is very hard to offend me. Oh, I don't give a fuck. J.K. Rowling and all that shit, she can go fuck herself. Harry Potter has an existence as an entity. I don't care about it. Like, I grew up with it too. So to me, it's like, play it. Playing the game doesn't make you transphobic. A lot of people are going to be like, oh, you're a transphobe if you play this game. I know lots of trans girls who played that game. Like, To make someone feel bad for not knowing the politics behind it, well, you're racist then if you consume a lot of products because the people behind the product are racist, right? You're not these things because the creator is. You can like something regardless of the creator, regardless of the creator. Yes, if you support the creator, it sucks, but who cares if you're pirating it or if you're J.K. Rowling isn't making a lot of money off that game. The studio that made it is. She made her a percentage at the start. And sure, she gets royalties, but again, you're a drop in the bucket. Like any money you put towards that game, you're just a drop in the bucket. $60. Oh no. Buy it on sale. Oh no. I know there's lots of people out there who will be like, ah, yeah, if you supported them, then fuck you. It's like, no. I know some people who were like that. And they were like, yeah, I can't believe you play that game. It's like, who cares? They like the game. So yeah, if that's just your controversial question, that's a softball. That's a easy knock it out of the park. I thought you were gonna ask me something like, are you're a female if you don't mind me asking? It just depends on what you mean by that, right? If you're asking if I was born a woman, then no. I am trans. And I own that very openly. I don't mind people asking me, and I don't take offense to it, so don't worry. However, I will admit, yeah, no, I don't do surgeries, I just take hormones. So, vocal training and hormones. Those are my two go-tos. You have a lot of opinions with kids too, and you feel like adults should not allow their kids to transition before 18. I think you're not wrong in some ways, right? I think that there's nothing wrong with teaching them about it, but I do think that letting someone make a choice that will change their entire trajectory of their life, you should definitely wait until you're an adult to make this decision. Because kids change their minds all the time. And yes, there's a lot of trans people like myself. I knew since like 15 that I wanted to do this. I didn't do it until I was 35. And I only waited because like my life just kept pushing me in a direction that made it hard to do that. So, yeah, I don't have a problem with people waiting until they're an adult to make this choice. I think that as a parent, you can be supportive if your child wants to explore that aspect of themselves. You can like try to give them the gender affirming like pronoun usage, whatever, and just see how they feel and how they respond to it and like support your children. However, anything body modification wise should be waited until you're an adult to have fully committed to making that decision for yourself. I mean, you don't even have to say no. You just go, you could just tell them, look, I love you. And for now, you have to wait until you're 18 because you need to see where you're, like, how everything pans out for you and how you still feel. And when you have the freedom to make that choice as an adult, I want you to go into it fully informed and understanding exactly what you'll do. Like, start learning now. And again, I know some people are going to say it's better to take the hormone blockers when you're younger, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you can make a lot of choices in your life that change these things. I know some people who started hormones after the age of 20 and still realized, oh shit, I don't want the hormone effects. Like, I knew a trans man, and he didn't like the fact that the hormones made him smell different, that they made him grow body hair, that they made his hairline recede. Like, he was not okay with any of these changes. So he stopped taking the hormones. Like, those are sometimes a lot worse if you take it earlier, so you never know. I don't know. It's all a very difficult topic, but yes, it varies from person to person. Gus, did I answer your question, to an acceptable level, though? Do you understand now? Or, no? Yes? Comfortable? Hmm. I regularly still use my dead voice, if that makes any sense. My factory default setting is how I refer to it. Um, My factory default voice is all the way down here, so this is like what I sounded like before doing any vocal training, so this is just how I talk in my day-to-day when I'm talking to people who aren't comfortable with trans stuff. You know? Like, this is default. And if I'm practicing, this is what I sound like, so yeah. Yeah, it's confusing, because it's just like a change-up. But that is my factory default. Don't worry, I won't take offense if you have an opinion on it. Speak freely of it. Klopto said hydrate. Making me stand up. Also, it's getting closer to a time where I might end stream, so we'll see. Cheers. Alright. You saw my IRL face and you think I'm beautiful? Well, that's crazy. You just have weird taste in women. No, I'm joking. Thank you. Of course I still have long hair. I've never cut it in the last, like, 4 years, I think, or 3 years. Sorry, just fixing a slight wedgie. My hair is still just as long, and yeah, no. I'll post like one of my rock climbing videos in there for you guys if you want to still see like, yeah, me in motion. But whenever I rock climb, I'm in boy mode, so I'm wearing like boy shorts and a regular men's tank top and a sports bra underneath. But I love rock climbing. If you guys ever have the opportunity to try rock climbing, I will tell you, yes, do it. I think it is one of the best things. As a man that has a relationship and is gonna be respectable, you're very hot and I respect. Well, thank you. That's very sweet. I wish I felt that way too. But I mean, hey, you wouldn't guess that I'm 37, would you? Unfortunately, though, most people always look at me and they go, wait, what race are you? And I'm like, half Korean. And they're like, really? It's like, yeah. I get Vietnamese quite often. Well, thank you. That was taken only a few days ago or so, I think. Whenever I posted it is when I took that picture. That was just me like, yep, I look a little silly. Here's me and my cat. How long have I been on HRT? 2 years almost. June it'll be 2 years. I started in June on pills, then I switched to injections, and I'm actually, unfortunately, a week without them, so kind of frustrating. When you were describing to me, I thought you would be more muscular. Hey, I am pretty muscular still. I'll post a picture of me flexing. It's still happening, but it's supposed to stop once I've stopped growing. Unfortunately, I don't eat well enough to develop them, so my body fat is low. I struggle to gain weight, so Currently, I weigh about 135 pounds or 63 kilos. Hello, Varo1017. How are we doing today? Udon time? Oh, if you want to buy me udon anytime. I love ramen. I love udon. Ugh, I could really use it, but it's too expensive out here. I'll eat like, the ramen places near me here that are actually worth eating are like $19 or $20. Too expensive. I would pay 14. But pho is usually cheaper. And I like pho. Pho's pretty yummy too. Maybe I'll get pho tomorrow. Yes! Your wife is more than welcome too. How long have you been married? I'm just like twisting and my back has been popping. It's been quite nice. Oh, your girlfriend then. Your partner. I'm glad to hear you're doing good, Vero. Since last year, I see. Long distance? You had the most horrible ex, and it was hard for her to even get behind your walls. She's in California. Oh, shit. Hell, we're relatively close to each other. Bring her by sometime. Let me talk to her. I'll tell her, like, where to go eat if she's, like, anywhere near from me. No, but I'm very happy for you. Long distance is very difficult, but I'm glad you guys have been able to make it work for a year so far. And longer, I'm sure. You seem like a very nice person, so I'm sure she should be around for the long haul. Yeah. You're gonna tell her. So your man's typed out. Oh, yeah. I'll tell her exactly about that too. So, how do you feel about wet bussy ASMR? Just curious. I've been doing okay. Today's been a good one. No computer issues. Oh, I have a cat by my feet. Hello, buddy. No, no food. You don't need food right now. But yeah, no, today's been a good day. The stream's been very nice. Everyone's been very kind to me. Everyone's been very sweet. Only one troll showed up. Other than that, it's been just pretty chill. Hell, if that's your guys' relationship, I'm super happy for you. That's all you need. Yeah, baby. I like it when you touch my. Oh, never, I was gonna. I was like, how could I make this like bussy ASMR? And then my brain would just. How long do you usually stream? Between 2 and 4 hours at most. I didn't say anything. Don't clip it. But yeah, no, ramen's too expensive for me. Isn't that sad? Ramen's supposed to be a poor people food, and yet, like, everyone charges $20+ for it. You tried streaming today. Absolutely sucked. You were on there for an hour and no one showed up. Vero, I will tell you very straightforwardly, streaming is difficult. As someone who has a very small audience myself, next to nobody, it is very difficult. Hello, Spencer. What do you mean, you again? You're the one that's not following me, so of course, me again. You just happen to come by. Hope you're doing well, Spencer. How's it going? I tried streaming today. Yeah. So, Vero, I will tell you this. The only way you'll grow as a streamer is A, consistency, B, marketing. So if you're not like broadcasting that you're live and posting like clips of yourself or sharing things or networking with other small streamers, like odds are you're not going to grow very much. I, on the other hand, I don't do any of that shit that I just mentioned other than consistency, and I just pray. I'm lazy, and I'm very bad at marketing myself because I have a lot of negative self-image. Bitch, I'm a shower, not a grower. Red Spencer, I'm doing good. Everything's been good today. It's been very chill. I mentioned to a few people that, you're in a relationship. I don't have to prove shit to you. Mentioned to people, I was like, oh yeah, there's been people who want me to play Resident Evil of all games. Me play Resident Evil? Crazy. And whenever I ask people what their favorite Resident Evil is, I have been told 4 quite often. Why is 4 most people's favorite? What is it about number 4 that draws you guys in? I've also been told I have to play Halo, and I refuse. I will not play Halo. You cannot make me play Halo. Shh. I streamed on my other account. I didn't do so, either, but on YouTube you got 5,000 views on one video, so at least that's a good thing. I mean, 5,000 views is awesome. I think the only time I've ever gotten a video with like a large number of views was not even my video. It was a clip of me doing impressions and like Foozly reacting to it. So it was a Foozly video technically, but it was me as the main content. But yeah, no. Making videos is hard. It is definitely difficult. Oh, and Katsum, I will take a drink. How are you still feeling, Katsum? What are you up to? Still cyberpunking it up? The best thing I could tell you, Vero, is keep yourself entertained while streaming. Even if no one shows up or chats with you, you don't know who or when something might happen. So it's like, if you're gonna play a game and quiet by yourself, then yeah, just stream and just talk to yourself. That's what I do. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. The first, what, 45 minutes of stream, I feel like? 30 minutes of stream was me talking to myself. Like, Klopto was here briefly because they were playing their game. Katsum was playing Cyberpunk, so most of the stream was just me talking to myself. Because everyone's busy. And that's okay, it's a Friday, so I expected that. But like, sometimes you are just going to be talking to yourself, and that's okay. If you can't keep yourself entertained, how can you expect to entertain others? That's usually how it goes. Be something that you feel is worth watching. So, engage. It's also 4 a.m. Excuse me, it's 2:51 a.m. Thank you very much. Ilwak 24-hour win. If there was a subathon or something, sure. But 24-hour streams ain't happening. A streamer I used to be friends with, which, you know, I think she's still very nice, but we don't really interact a lot. Her name is Krystalst. She is insane. She would do streams that lasted, and I'm not kidding, 40 hours, okay? I mean, Casual Bob gifted 50 subs today. If I was on a subathon, that would have been like, what, several hours. So, you know, shit happens, but that broke my brain. And then also, I got raided by Arabella, which she's very sweet. And so, you know, I was like, damn, I can't handle this. It was back to back. Evan, you were gonna goon and you're here. But Evan, you're late again. Evan, you're gonna start missing my streams soon. It's almost 3 a.m. and I usually end around now. Can't believe this, Evan. You must hate me. I'm gonna cry. Evan, why would you ever leave my streams? You should be lurking for me 24 hours a day. Don't you care about me? Don't you want me to feel special? Don't I mean something to you? Or do I have to go get the knife? But no, jokes aside. 3 to 6 hours is healthy-ish, yeah. I would never do 24-hour streams. You already gooned an hour ago, and if you noticed, I was here at the start stream. I said that. I said you were here at the start. Thank you, if you noticed. If you're even listening to me. I said you were here at the start. I said, Katsum and Klopto were here at the very start. They were both busy. Harumph. And you gooned without me. I can't believe everyone here has been gooning without me. When it was my turn to goon with everybody. Blue side incoming. But Vero, I'm gonna be, again, real with you. Yeah, no. Whenever I do streams when no one ever shows up on those days, it does affect my mood a little bit, because I'm like, oh shit. I guess, like, I really should give up on this, because it's not going good. It's like, I could just be socializing with my friends, and yet here I am, by myself, talking to no one. So being a small streamer can be very hard. Which, I'm gonna mention the very controversial topic. Charlie touched on this quite a bit, Moist Critical, in one of his videos, where he talked about, like, if you want to make it as a streamer, odds are, you're gonna have to viewbot. Not that you should have to, but people are, and that's the only way that they grow. Hello, Scorpio Josh. Appreciate the follow. Hopefully you're doing well. No, it is amazing. And it's very kind. And, you know, I really appreciate Arabella. She's very, very sweet. But my point stands that, like, most people will show up to a stream when it already has numbers. Very few people seek out the small streamers because there's a billion of us. So, I do use OBS, that is correct. And so that's why viewbotting has been so successful for people. Because Twitch doesn't care. Twitch just sees number and they go ads. But as long as you don't openly just go, hey guys, I do this. Like, they don't care. And if they do care, they just slap you on the wrist and move on. The issue with Twitch right now is viewer retention. We all have our groups and our friends. Fair enough too. And if there's a new streamer that's coming around, people aren't going to abandon their current streamer to go see this new one. Because, you know, we all stream at the same 24-hour span, right? So it's like you're competing with each other and cannibalizing each other's audiences. And so it's just tough. It's a very tough environment to grow. And that's okay. Sometimes you just find the right people, though. And sometimes you have fun. Also, shut it. I abandoned someone to follow you. You haven't missed a stream in 19 days. Streamers? What's that? Business. I'm just saying, it's very uncommon for someone to do that, okay? And I appreciate it. I'm just saying, like, I get it when people don't do that, though. And I've had people get very interested in me and then disappear because, you know, eventually they find the stream content to be a little boring. And that's understandable. Or they found a new person to follow. You never know. You seek out the small and leave when they get back? You mean get big? Yeah, okay. I mean, I understand leaving when they get big if they, like, ignore their viewership, right? Like, if someone grows into a bigger streamer and then they just stop paying attention to you, then yeah, they can go fuck themselves. Like, that's, you know, shitty. Seek the small sounds like Kuno. Hey, 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 hey. That's not the same thing. No, I got you, I got you. Do you live stream every night or every other night? Currently, it's every night. Currently, I live stream pretty consistently at the same time every single night for about 2 hours minimum. At the 2 hour mark, I make a decision where I'm like, do I keep going or do I call it? Depends on my mood, my body. Like if I'm tired or my mouth's dry, I'm just like, I'm ending. No, watching streamers is its own like activity where it's like if you're not actively engaging with their content, if they're not just like background noise for you to laugh at, if they're actively someone that you have to talk to, it means that I'm taking away from whatever you're doing, right? I'm pulling your attention away from whatever you're doing. If you want to play a game and you have to keep alt tabbing to talk to me, alt tab back to whatever you're doing, and then like switch back and forth constantly, it limits what you can do while you're watching me, right? So it is its own like semi category of stream where what do you want out of it? And knowing that like it's a social interaction, it's difficult. ASMR is different. You can get up to 1,400 viewers, 98% are asleep. ASMR. There's a follow limit on Twitch, by the way, and then you're at it? I didn't know that was a thing. I mean, again, and being an ASMR streamer is relatively difficult because you have to have the right voice, you have to have the right, like, interesting, like, presentation and stuff, and I don't know. What's the follow limit? Go ahead. But yeah, no, if I'm like actively whispering all the time and I get one of those microphones and start tapping my fingers against it and then start taking big ol' sloppy those awful sounds, it's like, yeah, no, no thank you. I would lose my mind. I could not do that. I'm sorry. I tuned into a friend's stream before and had to hear that, and I went, oh, I'm muting that tab. Yep. It's certainly a choice. And the viewer's choice it's there. Also, you don't need a voice. Non-vocal ASMR exists. Oh, you mean like the tapping and stuff? I guess, but that's like, I don't know, difficult to me. I would rather have a conversation. I like talking to people. And like, unless that was my full-time job and getting me paid and like taking care of my bills, like I wouldn't want to just sit here for 8 hours or 3 hours or whatever, just tapping away at objects in my room. Like, it's just not for me. Again, I'm not really a big fan of it either. Like, this does nothing for me. Like when someone starts doing like clickety clacks and I don't know, like just anything that's like that nature, I'm like, I'm okay. I do, like people who have nice voices. I'll listen to that kind of like ASMR, but I don't need the whisperiness either, where they're like extra calm and, hey, how's it going? Everything I'm gonna say from now on is barely audible. You can hear every gasp, every sound, every little noise my mouth makes, every slobbery, wet syllable. I'm like, no thank you. Ear cleaning ASMR. Oh, hello kitty cat. I almost sat on my cat. That's fair. That's ear licking, not ear cleaning. I know, I'm just being silly. I mean, ear licking is ear cleaning if you do it right. The crate game? I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea. Good night, Klopto. Thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate you. As for me, actually, go play Massive Metal Pusher instead. I want an anime girl to swap my ear holes and call me a good boy. Don't ear them. That's yucking someone's yum, you know? If he wants it, he can have it. That's his choice. No kink shame. He's not asking me to do it, so it's different. Some people really like it when you're like, oh, you're such a good boy. Right? Like, it's its own category. People like, also, you're a good girl. Like, you know, I've seen people put, like, redeems for their chat to ask people to call you a good boy or a good girl. Good night, Katsum. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you sleep well. Or whatever you end up getting up to. Yeah, no, I get you. Some people really like it though. Some people really like that kind of attention, and it works for them. And that's okay. Personally, I don't respond to like being called a good girl or things like that. But I'm also not a sub. I'm not really like super submissive where like I want people to be like, "Hello, you're such a good girl." And I'll just look at them and I'll be like, "No." They're like, "Oh, are you shy?" And I'll be like, "No." You want a Subway? You know, that sounds kind of good right now. Maybe eventually I'll get myself something nice to munch on. I am hungry though. I will say, that's actually like my main thought. Did you know, I think it is California, if you jump off a building and kill yourself, you can literally get a death sentence. I think that's like if you survive, maybe. But I don't know. Mac and cheese, Gib. No, I'm definitely hungry, so I'll probably get something to eat soon. I think the whole point is supposed to be a deterrent in a way, or just like to kind of like express the severity of said crime, right? Like trying to do that inconveniences so many people that it might as well. And not only that, it costs money, it traumatizes, it's all of these kinds of factors. So it's definitely a thing. If you're a minor trying to jailbait adults, you get jail time or jail time in juvie. Makes sense. If you're intentionally seeking out the attention of an adult as well, just like an adult who's seeking out children, it's very dangerous. And I think both sides are definitely in the wrong in those situations. If the adult acts on it, they should definitely get time too. If they're just reporting it, that's different. Like, hey, this minor is flirting with me, and I don't like it. It's not that complicated. Damn, it is 3 a.m. and I'm very hungry. What do I do? What do I do? I think, even though I don't mind streaming, I'm gonna call it here. 3, I'm looking for beans. Beans. What the fuck? Yeah, no, it's probably time for me to get something to munch on, because I didn't enjoy what I ate earlier, so I'm gonna scrounge around, see if I can't find something good. I thank you guys so much for spending your time with me, though. Remember, follow if you're not already. Um, and, yeah. It's 5:08 for you. It's noon for you. Yeah, you guys, time zones are weird. But yes, I'll see you all later then. And I thank you again for spending time with me. I don't have much else to say other than make sure you follow me on all the different categories that you need to follow me on. So, Discord, all that fun stuff. Yeah, that's it, I guess. So, yeah. Take care, all of you. And I'll see you next time, okay? Make sure to stay out of trouble.